We are live. It's KegCast number 13. What's going on, boys? Welcome in for a little Wednesday night degeneracy. What the fuck is that? Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Try to bank some units tonight. Larson will be with us in like 15 minutes. And that's it. Let's see what we got going on. Mississippi State, Georgia. Georgia down 5 at home with 5 minutes to play. Georgetown up 13 at home against Villanova, who is just not that Villanova team that your fathers remember. Florida LSU in a tight one. I sent out LSU today and have a nice sized money line bet on LSU. So I hope they don't go down in flames when they're 13-1 or 12-1 at home this year. Syracuse hanging tough, up 8 against Louisville. NC State up 9 right now against Boston College. We got a bunch of games tipping off at 9 o'clock, including the game of the year. Duke, North Carolina. I think it's the game of the year. I wasn't too high on those Duke Virginia games because I like Virginia, but I don't think they're live in the tournament. And I do think if North Carolina learns how to play a little defense, I think they are live in the tournament. At 8 o'clock, we got Denver, South Dakota tipping off. Little Summit League action. South Dakota -6. Lamar, Incarnate Word, no interest. Northern Iowa, Missouri State. That total's dropped 8 points. In conference, you never see a conference game where a total drops 8. Northwestern State, Houston Baptist. I have no desire to bet that game. Butler Marquette. Marquette's gone up a point since last night. I think Marquette should get it done pretty easily at home against Butler personally. St. John's needs this game to win to make the NCAA tournament. We can't drop a game to Providence on the road coming off that big Villanova win. It's a big game for us. Creighton on the road at DePaul. That Duke, North Carolina line is sitting at 9.5. I think it was 9 points when we got off air last night. Steve in the chat. What's up, Steve? Corey, Sean. What's up, guys? I do not post in Central Time, but you could rest assured that we will be probably 10 minutes late every time to get on here. So that's just the way my life is. Stanford, Arizona State. I think Arizona State's probably given a couple too many points there. Wichita State on the road at Tulsa. I think Tulsa gets the job done there. Wichita State, it's not the Wichita State team that we've seen in the last decade in the NCAA tournament. That's for sure. It's a down year for Gary's squad. Colorado, Washington State. Washington, who I think is the best team in the Pac-12, is taking on Utah. Big game in the Mountain West tonight. Nevada, San Diego State. San Diego State's probably getting a couple too many points. I looked into the game, and Nevada, man, 23-1, but they haven't been tested since December. And that's it. That's what we got going on. Mississippi State needs to hold on. Sean, you got Mississippi State. Let's see what that score is. Mississippi State. $62.60. I think you're on the right side. How do you back Georgia? They've all but given up this year. I think you're on the right side. 6.5-point favorites, though, huh? That's what they went off at. I cannot believe that Nova can't even hang with Georgetown on the road. Georgetown is not that good. Michigan State was given too many points to Rutgers. 15.5 was a lot. Seton Hall, a team that I root for with the Johnnies because I'm a Jersey guy. Down 8 at home. The Seton Hall team is not as good as they were last year, though. That's for sure. And that's it. I'm in a slugfest right now with LSU. I sent them out -6.5. I didn't get the best of the number, which I never send a game out when I don't get the best of the number. It was 5.5 last night, and I fell asleep. But I thought that they would. I thought that they were capable of beating this team at home. Their average margin of victory at home is like 14 points. I did not expect them to have this kind of trouble at home with a down Florida team. But I have a nice size bet on the money line. So I at least have to get that home. Xavier, 53% they're shooting from the field. I know St. John's is in New York, but I'm from Jersey. I root for the local squad. Come on, man. Oh, Twatty's on LSU? That's because Twatty knows what he's doing. That's why. I mean, could we get a defensive rebound though? Only I bet a team on the money line that's 15-1 or 13-1 at home, and I can't get the fucking job done. We finished up a unit last night, just about a unit on the show. We're up 38 units. We're going to try to make it 40 units tonight. See if we can crack 40. Anthony will be checking in with us. Sean, yeah, me too, man. I'm on LSU money line too. I didn't watch much of the first half because I was doing something. I mean, it's a close game. 42-40 with 15 minutes to play is what I'm seeing. I mean, you have to think they get the job done. They could still even cover this game if they can get a lead into the last couple minutes and grab the lead on cover the game on foul shots late. But the second this team takes the lead, that arena is going to go crazy. So it should be a different game from then on. I thought Louisville would get the job done tonight. I didn't bet it, and I didn't send it out. But I thought Louisville would get the job done against Syracuse. I thought Syracuse would be better this year. Louisville down 10 in the second half. 27 points with 15 minutes to play in the second half is deplorable. That's bad. That's bad. $42 up, and we take the lead. All right, LSU's got to start rolling. Who's 1 for 15 from 3? LSU? Or Louisville? I feel the momentum changing. Oh, Louisville. Okay, that would explain why they have 27 points in the second half. That's not like that team. I want to get this cover. If we get the cover, we're 10-4 with the basketball package on the year. I started it up though the day after the Super Bowl, so that's why there's not that many games. I have to dedicate 50 or 60 hours to one sport a week. That's why I'm successful all the time. What's going on in the NHL tonight? NBA is back tomorrow. Another first period over cashes for the Blackhawks. Absolutely amazing what they've been able to do in the first period. Crazy, man. Winnipeg, Colorado, puck drop at 8:30. The Islanders comfortably in the playoffs right now. On the road to take on Calgary at 9:30, and then you got the Bruins against Vegas at 10 o'clock. Did they really? Yeah, the trend I've been seeing is they'll open that first period line at like 130, but by close it's like minus 180. That's what my book's been doing. What's good, Adam? But I've noticed if you want to bet those first period overs for the following day, you have to bet them the night before. This LSU game is going to be a shit fest all the way down to the wire. So that's it, man. That's all that's going on. I know Anthony is on South Dakota. He sent me a message. He's on South Dakota, and he might have bet the over in the Omaha game. I think he bet the over in the Omaha game. It's amazing how many points Utah State is giving teams on a nightly basis. Every time I look at them, they're laying 14. Mississippi State up 3 with 1 minute to play, laying 6.5. That's going to be tough. I think that Omaha game tipped at 8 o'clock, right? Yeah. Western Illinois, Omaha, 16-7. I think he got the number at 151, and he's laying 6.5 with South Dakota, which he got a bad line because it closed at 6. Nebraska, Omaha they were a 10-point favorite. I would have backed them if they were like a 7-point favorite. I thought 10 was a little high, so I stayed away. They'll probably cover, though. We got Northwestern Ohio State. in some Big Ten action, but honestly, I don't think either of those teams are any good. Big game for St. John's, though. We need that one. Yeah, I didn't really like Seton Hall. I think Seton Hall and Xavier are probably even teams this year. So aren't they on the road? No, they're home. Okay, they're home. 5 is a lot, though. That line opened at 6.5. So I assume the money came in on Xavier. 83% of the money came in on Xavier. I think I have to send another invite to Ant. All right, sit tight, guys. Let me just resend this invite to Larson. Florida just not going away, huh? Fucking team. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? Ant, you there?
Yeah.
All right. What's going on? What is that noise?
Probably my dog.
No, I heard like chimes.
Oh, the chimes was about you sent me the call and it was coming in on my phone. So,
What do you?
So it chimed on my phone when you sent me the call, so it was still chiming on my phone.
What do you think about this Duke North Carolina game? Lines up to 10.
What time's the game start?
9 o'clock. I mean, the whole world is on North Carolina plus the points. And I kind of
10. Why wouldn't you be wanting to take North Carolina plus the points?
I kind of feel the same way.
Awesome, but,
I kind of feel the same way, but I don't know. I can definitely see Duke saying, "Fuck you guys, we're the best team on earth right now," and
I don't
just
think
beating
there's
them.
such thing as a letdown spot with either team when they play each other. So, No,
I'm not saying a letdown spot, but I can just see them wanting to
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Duke's not going to
flex their muscles.
I can only see them wanting to fuck them up.
Yeah, but North Carolina is really good. If they played defense, they would be right there for an outside chance to win the tournament. Definitely. I have Florida. I have LSU. I told you I bet the money line. I sent them out at 6.5, but I got a nice size money line bet. Florida just won't go away. It's 52-49 with 8 minutes to go in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't been updated on any of the games. I got off work at like 5:30. Got home at 6. Had to cook dinner real quick, and then hopped on here. So. The 2 games I bet, I know they started, but I haven't even looked at the scores yet. So I don't even know if I tweeted them out. I took the over on Nebraska, Omaha, West Illinois, and I took South Dakota minus the points, 6.5 against Denver. I tweeted those out earlier today. Those were the 2 games I actually bet.
Last time I saw the
haven't
score,
even looked at the scores on those. I know they both started at 7. So
last time I saw the score on the Omaha game, it was 16-7. They were up.
Well, I sure hope that was like 10 or 5 minutes in the game and not like going into the half.
I think it was like 11 minutes. 11 minutes left in the first half. I could be wrong though. Hold on, let me check.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to check them right now too. I'll just pull up ESPN. Boy, am I glad I didn't bet Champions League today. Woo! Well, actually, I wish I did.
18. The chat says 18-13 with 7 minutes to go in the first half.
Oh, that's not very good. An Omaha game? I mean, they could still get it over there, but I prefer, it'd be like 30-30 or something, a little bit closer to what I need for that over. But Omaha games can very easily have like 90 points in the second half, so you never know.
How many offensive rebounds can one team get on a possession? Jesus Christ.
Which game are you watching? Which one's streaming on ESPN? I'll watch it with you guys.
ESPN2 with Florida LSU. Yeah, it's 52-50. Florida's up.
All right. I'll turn that on.
LSU's like 13-1 at home this year.
I wanted to take the LSU because you and Twatty were talking about that last night. And
Twatty sent it out
Twatty
too.
He was breaking the game down. And I kind of looked at it, after he broke the game down. I'm like, I think LSU is probably the right side here. I think he might be onto something. But then the line moved. So I think everyone else was thinking what he was. You know what I mean? Because when we were talking about on the show, it was 5.5. And then by the time I really looked into the game, it was at 6.5. And I think it closed at 7. So, I mean, I'm not into betting favorites after the lines moved 1.5 away from the open. So I just kind of laid off of it, but I thought
it really opened at 5.5. What did you get? 6.5 with South Dakota? Because it closed at 6.
Yeah, I got 6.5. It closed at 6? Well, son of a bitch. I bet the worst of the number. Well, that makes me mad. Whether I win or lose, that still makes me mad.
Yeah, on the Action app, it's showing that it closed at 6. That's like a consensus, I think, of a bunch of books.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should have sent the LSU game out at 5.5. I fell asleep last night while I was having a conversation with you.
Yeah, I do that a lot. Like when we get off here and we start talking about the next day's card, if I don't, we'll be like responding to each other's DMs like pretty quickly. And then all of a sudden it's like you won't respond after like 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, oh, I bet he fell asleep. And that happens to me too. Like I'll send you a response and then I immediately just like doze off.
Remember I said who is Memphis to give 18 points to anybody? They're up by 28 with 12 minutes left in the second half.
I guess that's who Memphis is.
I guess so. Apparently.
So you ever go to the grocery store, right? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you buy groceries. Everyone does. Get the Red Robin steak fries in the frozen food section. These things are so goddamn good. It's not even funny.
Well, I love going to Red Robin. I'm a big fan of Red Robin.
Oh, yeah. And yes, I am eating on the KegCast again. We start these things during dinner time for me. So it's either I eat during the cast or I don't get on. But
yeah, I don't have a problem with it. Denver's up 14-13 early in the first half, like 10 minutes to go in the first half on South Dakota.
I mean, South Dakota's got time.
Oh, yeah.
Denver fucking sucks. I'm just going to be honest with you. I mean, I know it's not sexy to bet Summit League, but that's really kind of where I spend most of my time in college basketball betting this year. And Denver's just abysmal. So, yeah, South Dakota has time. Although, honestly, like I'm not laying 6.5 because I think South Dakota's great. I mean, they're not that good of a team either. But again, nobody in the Summit League's that good. But Denver's easily the worst of the bunch out of a bad conference. So, South Dakota can start pulling away there. On that point, I know a lot of people, for example, like I bet a lot of Summit League. I think if people out there, it's hard to like cap 300 teams in college basketball, right? So I suggest just picking a conference and going with it. With me,
that's what I do. I pick a few conferences, and then some of the conferences, I would never bet anything in Sam Houston State's conference, but they're the number one team in the country against the spread. But ever since I saw they were the number one team in the country against the spread, they have shit the bed, man. Right now, they're a 15-point favorite to Nicholls State, and they're down 4 at the half.
Ooh. Hey, wait, they're what?
They're down 4 at the half.
Uh-oh. And how big were they before?
They closed at 13 and a half.
Let me pull this up. This might be a system play. Okay.
I don't have that game to bet live, unfortunately.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to bet that game live, but I should be able to get a halftime line on it.
LSU up 3 and the ball with 6 minutes to go. Let's get a little margin here. Come on, boys. Stop dicking around.
Ooh, Nova's going to go down to Georgetown. Wow. See, that's what sucks about getting off work late is I missed that.
That's what I said, man. Wow, right? Georgetown is not that good.
Oh, no. Like Creighton beat Georgetown. I mean, how bad is that? Well, Georgetown beat Creighton, too. I mean, I think they split, but. Dude, I'm not even seeing the Sam Houston State game. What are you talking about?
It's
Am I blind or?
Another 3 by Florida, and it's tied up. Amazing.
Well, South Dakota's taking the lead against Denver. They're up 4 now, or they're up 3. So, told you, South Dakota will pull away there. I don't think I'm going to get this over in this Omaha game. They're just not keeping pace at all. I think that total is like 151.
Normally, I tail those Summit League totals with you, but I don't know. Yeah. I just wasn't feeling it. I didn't tail it today.
Well, what a way to rub that in, loser.
They could put up 90 in the second half in that conference. So.
Oh yeah. Well, they're at 44 now with 3.5 minutes to go. So if they can get to 55, I could say. I can't find the same Houston State game, dude. Oh, that's because it's not at half anymore. I thought you said it was at halftime.
It was just at half.
Dude, they've got like 5 minutes into the second half. Like I can't live bet that game. I could do halftime bets, but not live bets. So.
Maybe I need to refresh.
Yeah, maybe you needed to refresh 5 minutes ago. Holy crap! Look at this. Syracuse is taking it to Louisville.
Yeah, I know.
I'm glad we laid off that one. Weren't we talking to Twatty last night? And we were like, hey, isn't Louisville only or getting 1.5 points kind of tempting there? Yeah, Corey. I regret tweeting that right now. The way they're shooting. Oh man. Let me look at the box score. I want to see how bad these teams are shooting right now because they play at a fast play or they play at a fast pace normally. So it's they got to be like stone cold right now from 3 or something. I got to figure out why this game is so low scoring because Omaha games go over 150 regularly. Like I went to, I saw them just pimp slap North Dakota the other day. I actually went to the game because I figured I'm like, well, I'm only a few miles from the stadium and they only draw like 1,000 people per game. So it's not exactly difficult to get a ticket. So I'm like, well, I got $10 to burn. So I went and watched it and it was a fun time, but oh boy. Go scores. Let's go to.
This game is tough to watch right now.
What the
LSU, Florida.
Yes, because it's not winning for you. But I think LSU all can come back. I mean, it ain't like a.
Well, there's 3 minutes in the games. Big three, 60, 57. If they win this game by 6.
These teams aren't shooting for shit. Yeah. Western Illinois is 1 for 6 from 3, and Omaha's only 3 for 9. And both teams are like shooting well under 50% from the field. But I mean, we're up to 52 points with still 2 minutes left. So, like I said, if we can get to like 60 points at halftime, I mean, the over can be live because Omaha on multiple occasions has just come out and blown up the scoreboard. Or we can always hope for overtime too. If it goes to overtime, it'll hit. So we got faith. I got faith.
Auburn up 12-1 early in the game against Arkansas. Northwestern Ohio State just tipped. No interest in betting that game. Both those teams suck in the Big Ten. I leaned over, I think, in this Auburn-Arkansas game.
Jay, I don't like reading that comment you just made.
Why?
Wanting to break your TV if the game comes out at 6 when it opened at 5.5 and you fell asleep in bed at 6.5.
Well, that happened during football. You remember that? You remember that Sunday night game? The Steelers were up 23-7 on the Chargers, and they lost 30. They lost 31-30.
Yeah. Hey,
that cost me a new TV.
Maybe you need to pull a Cersei and not bet the line when it moves against you.
It's the first time this season. Jesus Christ.
I'm joking with you, man, but dude, that guy will. Oh, by the way, I'm drinking beer.
Oh,
obviously,
good.
So I just want to let everyone know it's Leinenkugel Snowdrift Vanilla Porter.
Support your local brewery.
Well, actually, Leinenkugel's not. They're a national brand.
How dare you?
What? They're delicious, though.
How dare you?
But I'm drinking Snowdrift Vanilla Porter because, I'm leaving work, and since I work at a grocery store, I'm grabbing some food for dinner, and I'm going to grab some beer. And I'm like, well, it's only been snowing like every other day for the last 2 weeks, so I'm going to get some Leinenkugel Snowdrift Vanilla Porter.
This.
I put it in my Leinenkugel glass.
You know this. Duke North Carolina game is big when Big Dick Obama just walks in the arena.
I like how you call him Big Dick Obama. And I'll tell you right now, you can just look at that guy, and just looking at that guy, I'm like, yeah, he's probably got a big dick.
100%.
Oh yeah.
So I can't wait to watch this game. I'm not gonna lie.
Like if you were, everybody heard the stories about how Lyndon Johnson was packing. And he always whipped it out. Right?
Can you put me under the column of I never knew Johnson had a big dick because I've never heard that before in my life.
Those stories are legendary. Yeah, Lyndon Johnson apparently had a big Johnson. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, apparently if you fucking Google it, man. If you read stories, he whipped it out all the time. He would actually just whip it out during meetings to be and force people to look at his dick. I swear, if he was president in 2012, he would have been impeached because with the whole Me Too movement and everything, this is totally not the time for a guy like Lyndon Johnson to be president. But so I was just wondering who probably would be in competition for the president with the biggest dick? It's either probably Lyndon Johnson or Barack Obama. How the hell did we get here? Why are we talking about presidential dick sizes? Let's talk about basketball. What the fuck? Only live betting show on the internet That segues into presidential cock sizes. What the? How did we get there?
It's amazing that we can't get a rebound. LSU can't get a rebound to save their life. Oh, this is frustrating. I'm shitting this game out. They're up 1. LSU up 1 with. Are you watching the game?
Let me finish texting this person. I have it on ESPN. Yeah, LSU's. Oh, well. I don't know if you're going to get the points, but you're probably. I mean, your money line bet's live.
Yeah, I need it too because they were like minus 280.
I need to check these halftime lines and see if we have any halftime specials I might be able to put in. You know how I like to. No, nothing's at halftime yet. It doesn't look.
I have to go back. I have to at least put go back to offshore and put like a G in the offshore because they have so many more games you could live bet.
Omaha and Western Illinois are going to get to 63 at halftime. So that over's probably going to, I mean, obviously the odds are that over's not going to come in if they need 90 in the second half, but Omaha could have a 50 to 45 second half. You know what I mean? That's not out of the realm for them, especially as the second halves are higher scoring. So not the start we wanted, but it's not so bad that it's not going to be out of the question that we get that over. So we'll see.
Huge 3.
I feel bad if it doesn't hit, honestly. Like when people
are
telling you, it feels kind of disgusting when a play doesn't hit.
Try selling plays.
Oh, I could never do that, Jay. I could not do that. The way you sell plays, you know, like I'm so happy for you that you've done so well on it, but you know, I feel bad and crummy if I tweet out a play that I really like and it loses, knowing if people tail it. But if I sold someone a play, like I would refund their money if I lost a play. I would be a terrible tout because every time I lost money, I wouldn't make money being a tout, you know, because anytime I lost a play, I'd like refund them and give them like a month of free plays out of
that's why
you know what I mean.
That's why the first 2 weeks of football season, I was like nervous, shaking while the games were on because I would have felt I'm built just like you. Like some of these people that are down 30 units, bro, I would be mortified to show my face on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Touts that are down like 30
units?
Yeah. I would be mortified too.
I would be mortified, but
well, it's why I don't. That's why I don't even sell plays. You know, like all baseball season, I tweeted out every play I made. I tweeted out. I just tweeted out for free. I'm like, hey guys, this is what I'm on. If you want to tail. If you don't want to tail, don't. And I know I actually stopped tweeting some of my soccer plays because I was in a bad run on EPL and Bundesliga. And I'm like, I don't want people telling me in soccer right now because I'm cold. And I didn't want to like have people tailing me and then I'm costing them money because I'm cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but now I
stopped tweeting those out like a while ago. I've come back a little bit on EPL, and I just gave up on Bundesliga because I can't figure that league out. I started getting more into Serie A, and I've been doing well on Serie A, so I might start tweeting some of those plays out soon because I gotten a good feel for Serie A. But I don't think you'll see me tweet a Bundesliga play for the rest of the year just because I don't feel confident enough to tweet those out and have people tail them.
But I'm at the point now because I'm up 70 units and I've never put out a play where I've been down a unit since I started, where I feel good enough where I could go on a pretty shitty run and still feel good about what I've done for people. You know,
Well,
65 and a half units in football. Now we're up almost 5 units in basketball. And I think my guys know, like, they wouldn't fly the coop, like,
well,
if I went on a shitty run, because
yeah.
they know the deal.
Well, my problem well, first of all, I didn't start out tweeting out any of my soccer plays because I was new to soccer capping. So I wanted to make sure I had a good feel for it before I decided I was going to like let people know what I was betting. And I got on a good run in EPL. I got on a good run in Bundesliga, and I was up pretty good on both of them. So I felt like I was getting in a groove. So once I started tweeting my plays is when I hit my cold streak. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, you know what? I was in this cold streak on those leagues. So I just stopped tweeting them because I'm like, I don't want to cost people money because I felt bad after like my fourth tweet in a row where I went like 1-3 on some soccer plays. I'm like, I don't want to cost people any more money. I'll keep betting it to try and figure it out. But I don't want to cost other people money too while I'm trying to figure these leagues out. So I stopped tweeting those. It's one of the reasons why it took me half the year to start tweeting out my basketball plays I've been tweeting is because I wanted to make sure that I was getting in a good groove and reading the boards correctly. Because I've been betting college basketball all year. And, when I saw my results that I was, doing very well, trying to specialize on one league and things like that. That's why if you've been following my Twitter, you probably noticed that I've been tweeting out 1 or 2 plays every other day or so on college basketball.
Yeah.
It's because in some of the plays that I've made. Because I just would feel like shit. I just feel like shit when people tail me and lose. It just makes me feel like garbage. I hate that. So
Yep.
Sean makes all his money in Bundesliga. Congratulations, Sean, because I can't figure that league out. I did so well at the beginning of the year, and then it just went to hell for me. I actually stopped betting Bundesliga. I still bet Premier League pretty good. I still, excuse me. I did have a bad run on Premier League, but I started to bounce back a bit, and I've been betting a lot more Serie A, and I've been doing pretty well with some Serie A plays. But fuck Bundesliga, man. I can't deal with that league. If you want to tweet at me some freaking plays that you have in Bundesliga, I'll tell them. But I can't figure that league out. Dortmund's the best team in that league all year long, and they lose to Dusseldorf and they draw against Nuremberg. Like, give me a fucking break. That doesn't mean anything to you, Jay, because I know you don't follow it, but fucking Dusseldorf has no business beating freaking Dortmund. And for Dortmund to draw against Nuremberg, I'm like, are you crazy? Nuremberg's the worst team in the league. Like Manchester City, let me put it to you like this way. That would be like Manchester City in EPL drawing against Huddersfield. It ain't fucking happening. Manchester City's not drawing against Huddersfield. But fucking Dortmund draws against freaking Nuremberg. Get out of here. That league's just so hard for me to get a hold of.
It's 64 up, 35 seconds left in the game. Florida's got the ball. Timeout.
Oh, man. Well, do you want to get to overtime or you just want to bank your money line play here? Because you'll need overtime to have a chance at covering your spread.
I always want to see my guys in the accounts win. I do have a nice size money line play, though. In addition, I bet him on the spread too, but I went a little bigger on the money line play. I just couldn't see them losing to a 14-11 Florida team that's 6-6 in conference. LSU's 11-1 this year. The only team they lost to was Arkansas in conference.
Oh boy. So me see if we got any second half plays I could try and give out. I hate it when I can like see a big old card and like none of the games fall into my second half system.
LSU causes a turnover. They have the ball with 4.7 seconds left. Sweet Mary, Mother of Christ.
Hey guys, that Omaha over might not hit, but South Dakota's up by 14 at half. I'm just saying, what did I tell you? Denver's fucking garbage. All right, so if you didn't tell me on South Dakota -6.5 pregame, right now the second half line for South Dakota is +1. I'm not betting that, but the only reason why I'm not betting that is because I have a pregame position already on South Dakota. But taking South Dakota +1 would fall into my second half system. So if I didn't already have a bet on South Dakota -6.5 before the game, I would bet them on the second half +1 falling into my second half system, just in case anybody wants to know. So there's some other games at halftime here, so I got to see if they if I got any more plays that I like. Houston Baptist, Northwestern State. Let me look at this one there. Houston Baptist is up by 9, and they're not giving me a second half line. Fucking bastards. All right. Auburn's taking it to Arkansas. How does Arkansas have 3 points 8 minutes into a game? That's not very good.
All right, I'm putting the sound on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoots it off. Going to OT.
Well, hopefully they outscore them 10-2 in overtime, and you can get your cover.
That would be nice because I've been outscored 10-2 in overtime.
Oh, you want to know outscoring? I had Iona on a second half play last week, +10 on the second half. I swear to God, I had Iona +10 on the second half. The game, they covered that second half spread by 9.5 points. Guess what happens? The game went to overtime. And they went scoreless in overtime and lost the game by 12. The game was tied at halftime. I had Iona +10 on the second half. They beat that spread by 10 points by going to overtime, and they get outscored 12-0 in overtime. If you want a bad beat, there you go.
Arkansas is down 23-3.
Yeah, I told you they were getting dick stomped. Is now a good time to bet Arkansas live?
I mean, they're +23.5 right now.
No, now's not a good time to bet.
I know somebody that sent out the over 151
on Arkansas Auburn.
Yeah, it's at 148.5 right now.
Well, if you want that game to go over, I think Arkansas is going to need to score more than 3 points every 8 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't really give a fuck if it goes over or not. But
you fucking cunt. Hey, speaking of games that aren't going to go over, Missouri State and Northern Iowa are 19-17 at halftime. Let me take a peek here. What do we got?
Could we talk about the fact that 5 minutes have gone by in the St. John's game and they haven't scored a point? Could we talk about that?
I mean, well, St. John's is an abomination to all of that is called basketball.
7-0 Providence. 5 minutes into a game.
Well, wow. That's why you don't bet against the Friars, buddy. So there's a big game coming up. You might have heard about it. You might have talked about it. It's coming up in about 5 minutes, maybe. Everybody knows this game's coming up. Biggest game on the college basketball card.
I'm looking to live bet it. I'm going to watch some of the game and I'm going to live bet it.
You're right on track with me. Creighton DePaul. Creighton DePaul. So what are we on with Creighton and DePaul?
DePaul's underrated. That's all I'm going to say about that game.
See, you don't like Creighton or DePaul in that spot, huh?
No.
Yeah, it's a pick 'em. I'm not going to lie. I will not lie to you guys. I'm betting Creighton right now, and I am only betting Creighton because I'm a Creighton fan. So, tail with caution on that one. I literally don't care. I bet Creighton only because I'm a Creighton fan. So there you go. If you go, LG, well, Anthony gave out Creighton on the show. I think I'm going to tail that. I straight up told you I only bet them because I'm a fan. But no, but in all seriousness, I know we are talking about the Duke North Carolina game. So what are we doing that? Because that is a lot of points. I'm looking at 10 right now. I can't lay 10 against North Carolina.
It's really hard to not take that 10. I can't argue with you. I can't argue with you at all.
But that total, don't you just want to bet the under first half 80? Isn't that total too high? I mean, yeah, both teams are great on offensive efficiency, but you got to think about what's their defensive efficiency at. Well, it's pretty goddamn good too, because both teams are pretty goddamn good. So,
well,
are we going to have a 42-40 game at halftime here? Or, I mean, the first half total is 80.
Duke is way better on the defensive side of the ball than North Carolina. That's the edge. I think they're both really good.
So if Duke holds North Carolina to, say, 34 points, 33 points in the first half, that first half under is hitting.
That's the edge in this game. I think they're both really good offensively, but Duke is just a better defensive team.
All right. Do yay or nay, and I'm not talking about a full unit. I'm talking about a half unit because I just think that's a lot of points, especially for a first half, because we all know how first halves tend to trend to be fewer, or not fewer, but first halves have less scoring than second halves. Do we like, for a small play, the first half under 80? If you tell me nay, I won't bet it but I just think that's a lot of points for a first half. But
I would probably lean to the under, because they know this is probably the biggest college basketball game of the year. So I would think they probably both come out a little tight. And if that's the case, if they both come out a little tight, it's going to be really hard to hit 80.
All right, you know what? I'm going to do it. But it's a half unit. Okay? It's not a full unit play. It's going to be a half unit play. And then we're going to see what we can get on the spread live. But I'm going to take this first half under 80 for a half unit. All right, I'm going to put it in now. So in the last minute, I just took Creighton, and I don't recommend you guys telling me on that because Creighton will probably lose, but I'm just betting them out of stubbornness because they're my team. So I'm at least admitting that to you guys. But I did just take a half unit on the first half under 80 for Duke Carolina.
67 all, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in OT.
Yeah, I can't. There's like 4 games at halftime, and I couldn't find any second half plays other than the South Dakota Denver game. That was a second half play that really fell into my system, but I only laid off of it because I already have a pregame position on South Dakota. But if nobody tailed me pregame on South Dakota, then I would definitely recommend taking South Dakota second half +1. Homer, Flipper. Yes, I am a homer. I am a Creighton homer. I fully admitted that. So that's why I told people to not tail that play if they don't believe in the handicap there, because it was a straight homer play. Nice arena there. I drove by it on my way to work from the airport.
Wow, they're trading 3.
What arena are you talking about, Flipper?
What a game this is. 70 up, 2 minutes and 36 seconds left in the game, or in overtime.
Are you talking about the Creighton Arena? Because that's like on the way to the airport. But oh yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time saying this because it was the CenturyLink Center for so long, but now it's the CHI Health Center. Yeah, it is a pretty nice arena. It's better when you're inside watching a Creighton game. You got 18,000 fans. That's the crazy thing is like a lot of people, if you go, hey, name the 10 college basketball teams with the best attendance numbers year in and year out, the one team everyone's going to miss who doesn't live in Omaha is going to be Creighton. But Creighton's always like between like number 5 and number 7 in attendance in college basketball. Like they draw a fucking crowd. And those games are fantastic to watch, especially since it's not an NCAA run arena. So they sell booze. So like half the crowd's fucking drunk too. So that's pretty cool too. And it's right downtown. So half the crowd already pre-gamed in the downtown bars before walking to the arena. So you basically just got like 18,000 drunk motherfuckers. Oh, good times. I love Creighton games. Do you live in Omaha, Flipper, or are you like just like traveling here for work or something? Or oh,
wow, I'm gonna lose this money line. Fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable.
oh, you live in Vegas but headquartered in Omaha? That's pretty cool. Are you going to be okay, Jay?
Yeah.
I don't want you to be like all depressed going on the rest of the cast here because we probably got another 2-3 hours to go. Shake it off, buddy. Shake it off. You can't win them all. Omaha and Western Illinois need to get some more points here, man. This game's depressing me. Well, here's the problem. Western Illinois is shooting 16% from the floor from 3. Like, how am I supposed to get a goddamn over to hit when they're shooting 16% from 3-point land? You know, hit a fucking 3, Western Illinois. That's why you're 8-17, you stupid cunts. I'm going to watch this Denver, South Dakota game. It's on ESPN Plus. Try and get some something going here. Nah, you got to give Jay a minute.
Hang on, I just got a tweet from my kid. I mean, not a tweet, text.
She's telling you to shake it off, Daddy. You'll get him next time. Hey, Jay, do you have anything else pending? Cody wants to know. I know you had LSU pregame.
That's it, man. That's all I bet so far. But I'm going to I'm a little on tilt right now, so I'm definitely going to slam something.
Whoa. Don't be
you know me, bro. When I slam something, there's like 4 digits going out on a game.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to like calm your ass down. I mean, I've seen it work out for you pretty good, but you don't need to be
so frustrating.
Until
13-1 at home, and I don't bet an LSU money line all year, and I bet this one, and it's not even that much money. It's like 280, and I only had it for like not that much, but it's just aggravating. It's just aggravating.
Well, get the fuck over it. We all lose bets.
I'm trying.
Let's what you got to do is we got a banker down here. We got to find some live betting spots. Don't force nothing, dude. Don't force nothing. You can't be chasing. That's how the books win, is when you start chasing.
Yeah, I know.
Stick to the system. Don't go on tilt. Just like in poker, you know, when you go on tilt and you lose you get 2 outed on a river and you still got chips left, and you say fuck it, and you go all in with king 9, and you get called by ace king, and you're like, well, I really didn't need to go out with that king 9, now did I? Same thing here. You don't really need to go out betting some bullshit because you got mad that LSU didn't win. So
St. John's has a pulse.
God damn it! Oh man, if St. John's lost, I would just fucking nut all over the place.
They have 7 points 10 minutes into the first half.
Oh, that makes me feel so happy. God, tell me St. John's going to lose this game, Jason. Tell it to me. Like, I won't troll you over a loss, but I'll troll you over St. John's. Just let me know. Let me know how bad they suck.
It's 15-7 right now, Providence. Corey's on tilt. I'm slamming something right now. Corey, bro.
Did you tell me on the the first half under for this Duke game?
No, because I was still
North Carolina's come out hot. They're up 6-3 on my feed.
I was still watching the game. Can they win? Think North Carolina could pull the upset at plus 350?
Yeah. It's North Carolina and Duke.
They're really good this year too, man.
Okay, look at this dude's hair on North Carolina. That dude looks like a baller. I'll bet on him just on that hair alone.
Oh,
and he's wearing pink shoes.
The guys in the chat tailed you.
Number two on North Carolina. He's got pink shoes and amazing hair. Oh, I love it.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. What am I supposed to do with that?
What, the fact that he's got fantastic hair and pink shoes?
Yes.
I mean, I would bet them on principle alone just because of that. White, that's his name. I just saw his jersey. Sorry, I don't have every single member of every single basketball team memorized like you and Twatty and Maxwell Smart and all them guys. But, you know, I have a job. But, yeah, White on North Carolina has got amazing hair and pink shoes. So I think you need to make a money line bet on North Carolina just for some shits and giggles. But don't go crazy.
Define nice hair. It looks like a black cotton ball.
Oh, he's got a fro, dude. He's got an amazing afro. I love a good fro, dude. White guys need to be jealous of black guys for being able to like pull off an afro. It's like a fantastic hairstyle. And as a bald man, I admire lots of different hairstyles. But I think actually the one I like the most is like that fade, the high top fade. You know what I'm talking about? Like Kid and Play from the 90s, where I think it was like Kid had that like high top fade. Like that is like the greatest hairstyle of all time.
His name is Kobe White.
Kobe White. Yeah, he's got great hair. I'd bet on North Carolina just because of him.
I'm not gonna lie, I would love to see North Carolina upset Duke tonight.
Woo! And the dude I'm talking about just had an amazing block. Oh, I might be a minute behind on the stream, so you guys might be like, yeah, but he got the ball stolen, and then he comes back and just swats the ball away and stops him from the easy layup. Man, this is a good game.
I can get North Carolina money line plus 280 right now.
Oh, bet it, Jason. If you're going to hammer something, hammer that. But don't hammer it crazy. Bet like 50 on it. You know what I mean? It's plus 280, so the payouts, you don't need to put a lot out there to like get a good payout.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait a little while because I think the game's
gonna get a better money line than that. It's 10-3.
I think
if they go up 20.
No, I don't see that happening. I think this game's just going to be a back and forth game all night. And if Duke is up 1 or 2, that's going to be like plus 500, plus 450 money line. So, like, if we're going to take a shot, we're going to take a shot. We're not going to take like plus 240, not right now.
Well, here's the thing. I just really want to bet North Carolina on principle alone because I just like that player. I'm serious. I haven't watched the North Carolina. I've watched some Duke games. I haven't watched the North Carolina basketball game all year. So I haven't seen this guy yet. Like, everyone's probably like, oh, yeah, you haven't seen White before? I'm like, no, I haven't. I'm sorry. I haven't watched any North Carolina games yet. So this is the first time I watched North Carolina play all year. And I just think this guy looks cool. So I really just want to bet them on that principle alone. But I'm a disciplined sports bettor, so I'm not. I want to wait for the right number. I'm just saying I want to bet them because I think that guy looks cool as fuck.
I'll tell you what we're definitely going to take tonight. We're definitely going to take Marquette. Butler's up 7-2 right now, and Marquette is minus 3.5. If I can get like minus 2.5 or minus 1.5, I think it's worth taking a shot with Marquette at home. They're really good at home.
Oh, I talked to you about Marquette yesterday. I really like Marquette, period.
I can't see them losing this game.
Oh, Marquette?
To Butler.
Oh, I mean, also, I think Marquette might be in for some regression coming up just because they're a jump shooting team. And as a diehard Creighton fan, I'm well aware of the randomness of jump shooting teams deciding to shit the bed in random games.
Somehow St. John's beat them on the road by 1 point.
Who beat who?
St. John's went to Marquette and beat them by 1 on the road.
All I heard was St. John's and then suck a bag of cocks.
But right now they have 11 points with 5 minutes left in the first half in Providence. It's just amazing, isn't it?
You know what's amazing is I really like that over. And God damn. Why haven't I turned on the Creighton game? Creighton's winning. I need to turn the Creighton game on my tablet. So I'm going to watch North Carolina in the other tab on my computer, but I need to turn this Creighton game on my tablet. I totally forgot. I totally forgot to turn on Creighton. Go Blue Jays. Let's go, baby.
Marquette's already up 1. It was 7-2. Now it's 8-7. God damn it.
Well, Marquette's a better team than St. John's. We all know that.
No, Butler they're playing. I might have to make like a 3-unit money line play on Marquette.
You mean you might have to hammer a side because you're on tilt because you lost a unit on LSU?
Don't you fucking judge me.
I mean, I'm a judger, okay? I'm Judgy McJudgington, and I'm judging the fuck out of you on that one. Don't just throw 3 fucking units on a Marquette money line because you're mad that you lost your LSU bet. I'm not a judger. I'm your therapist right now.
Zion Williamson is hurt. Is that what I just saw? Is he out for the game?
Oh, God, Sean, don't remind me. Yeah, that pick is shit in the bed. That pick is shit in the bed.
If Zion is hurt, they're going to lose this game, man. If he doesn't come back in this game.
If Zion is hurt, isn't that good for the first half under?
Yeah,
I'm just throwing that out there.
I would think so.
But hold on, wait a minute. We're at 66-48. I'm a little buzzed. What's that make my math at? I'm 100. Oh, this is live. This total is live. Omaha scored 33 points in the first 11 minutes of the second half, when they scored 33 points in the whole fucking. Yeah, like
Williamson's in the locker room right now.
Yeah, but Dude, we have people who tail me on this over, and it looks like it might be live.
I'm happy for you. I think I might have to take a shot here. I really want to wait though on North Carolina, but I mean, if Williamson doesn't play, I think they get beat easily.
Yeah, we got like 37 points to go. Yeah, Sean, that is what you said. I'm sometimes things in chat don't come across exactly right, but like rereading that, yeah, that is what you said. I told you guys this over could be still live. As long as they got to like over 60 points in the first half, the over was going to be live in the second half because Omaha has done that many times this year where they score like 30 points in the first half and then fucking score like 55 in the second. So, okay, I understand this Duke North Carolina game is a lot bigger than everything else, but I think there's like 4 people in the chat who tell me on this over Omaha under, or I mean, Omaha over. I can't even talk right now. I'm just saying, come on, fucking Omaha, get some goddamn points, please. I desperately do not want this over not to hit. I don't want like all these people who tailed me on Twitter and in this chat to fucking lose because I took Omaha over and they don't hit.
Wow, North Carolina up 16-7.
That's good, though. Yeah, I'm watching this. Yeah, it's 16-7 with 13:30. So that's 23 points. 7 minutes in. That's not too shabby. It's not too shabby. That's not on pace for 80. So fingers crossed on this one too.
A North Carolina Marquette moneyline parlay is paying plus 282 right now.
Dude, if Zion Williamson is out, you need to bet that North Carolina money line now because you're not going to get a better number.
We don't know though if he's out like permanently. Yeah, I know, Steve. I saw that Memphis covered. Amazing. I still think it was the right move to not take 18.5 though. They were so unproven beating anybody by a big number. Except they did beat a couple teams at home by that number, though.
Okay, so I'm just going to make a fun observation here. So I watch a lot of bullshit conferences in college basketball because that's mostly what I bet. You know, I watch a lot of Summit League and I watch a lot of SWAC right now on ESPN Plus and all that stuff, right? So watching a lot of those games and now watching Duke, North Carolina. Oh my God, I feel like I'm watching the NBA versus that. This is like such a better game to watch than that bullshit. These teams are so far. This game is such a higher quality of basketball than watching fucking Marist and Manhattan in the NAAC.
Half the kids that you see will be in the NBA next year.
Yeah, I mean, God damn. You know, because I want, but you know, I bet all those like smaller leagues because I just think there's more value in those smaller leagues. So I wind up watching a lot of those games. And it's just like a bunch of 5'9" white kids fucking playing. I mean, God bless them, they're trying, but it's like obviously this is like the end of the road for them in their college basketball career. And now I'm watching like this Duke, North Carolina, and I'm like, man, this is a fantastic game to watch. I mean, it's even better than most of the Big East games because obviously, as a Creighton fan, I watch a lot of Big East, which is a significantly better conference than any of those other small conferences. But this is still better than most Big East games.
I'm amazed right now that this North Carolina money line's down to plus 110. But I could see Duke come back if Williamson's not like. If he can play, I could see this game being tied in the second half.
I'm kind of bummed I didn't bet that 280 when we were thinking about it.
Yeah, who thought that they were going to come out up 20-9 to start the game though, and be in the room.
South Dakota is still a teabag in Denver. I'm probably like the only person in the world who's like sweating South Dakota and sweating Omaha, Western Illinois on the same night that Duke, North Carolina is playing. I mean, you know, I have a buddy who likes to bet, right? And he texts me every now and again wanting to know what my plays are. He's like, "Who do you like tonight?" And I gave him the two plays that I played. He goes, "No, I meant on the big game, Duke, North Carolina." And I'm like, "Oh, that. I mean, I ain't got nothing, man. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to lay that many points against North Carolina, but I don't want to bet against Duke. So I'm going to just look for a live betting opportunity." He's like, man, why the hell you bet that Omaha bullshit? I'm like, I don't know, because I win on it a lot. All right,
Marquette, North Carolina moneyline parlay is paying 200 right now.
Then bet it.
I just want to see if I can get a slightly better number.
You said that like 5 minutes ago. The number's gone down probably like 200 points. So you should probably just take it now.
Ever since you talked about the Omaha over, it went 3 minutes with no points.
You're a whore.
I'm reading what Corey said.
Oh. They need 32 points in the last 5 minutes. I won't talk about that game again.
Well, the two games I'm looking at right now that I'm watching second by second are the North Carolina and Marquette game. I'm going to make a play in some kind of way in that game. I will let you guys know the second that I pull the trigger on whatever it is I bet.
The Jackrabbits so much better than the Coyotes. The Jackrabbits. Are you talking about like South Dakota State? Yeah, South Dakota State's pretty damn good, but
Yeah, Duke's coming back. They're down 7 with the ball.
South Dakota State versus South Dakota? What's that in? Sounds like a summer league game, but South Dakota's playing Denver tonight.
Maybe they're talking about tomorrow?
I don't know. South Dakota State definitely is better than South Dakota by like a mile.
Oh, yeah.
So I would definitely not argue against that. That is...
North Carolina money line's making its way back up.
So we're going to get that money. Money. No, I bet South Dakota and Denver. The South Dakota State doesn't play today. $70.53 with 4 minutes left. Well, Corey, here's the thing. Western Illinois could always start fouling down 17 possessions with 2 minutes left because you never know with these college kids. That play will probably be a loser. I'm going to be honest. That play is probably going to be a loser. I'm sorry, guys. If that play loses, I apologize. That hurts my feelings. So let's just hope South Dakota covers against Denver because that was the other play I tweeted out. So if I could go 1-1 and only lose 1/10 of a unit because of the juice, then I'll feel a little better on that. But man,
the offensive rebounding by Duke has been really impressive. They can't get anything to go in the basket though. That's the problem.
Well, isn't that good though? Because then some people tell me on this under for the first half that
I get it. I'm just making observations about the game. St. John's coming back down 5. Come on, Johnnies.
Oh, who's St. John's playing again? Providence? Let's go Friars, man. I'll tell you, you know who's a great team? The Friars. You know who deserves a good win? The Friars. Let's go Friars. Friars. You can do it, but they can't do it. No one can. Let's go Providence.
Auburn's up 25 against Arkansas.
Oh, Arkansas actually scored some points in that game. Well, good for them. I mean, I figured they would up the pace after only scoring 3 points in the first 8 minutes. And in case if anyone's wondering, I probably am going to be eating during this entire live cast. I have a lot of food in front of me. I'm kind of interested if North Carolina holds on to like a halftime lead, we might get a good number on them on the second half.
Yeah, I mean Duke was a 10-point favorite, but I don't know see that's why I want volume because I can't hear the game. Like if Williamson is ruled out for the entire game, then Duke is in trouble.
And that's the key is those live betting halftime algorithms won't factor in Williams being injured.
Right.
They're just going to factor in the closing line versus what the score is at halftime versus what they need to place for the second half to balance out the number. So, I mean, that was a really nice play there from North Carolina to go up 28-17. You know what's funny is like our live casting it on ESPN, like the live score on the bottom is ahead of the feed. So I could see that was 28-17 when it showed 26-17, and I could tell it North Carolina was about to score there. But, yeah, that was a really good possession there by them. And Duke just can't get a basket to fall, though. That's been the key here. But, yeah, to that other point, though, I think Zion's out. If he is going to be out, and we get North Carolina up points, like if North Carolina still leads at halftime, you're going to get them at a nice plus number for the second half line. And that might be a really good spot to hit, but we'll have to see how that comes out. Man, Duke just cannot get anything to go down. They look completely out of sorts in this game on offensively. And
fucking A, wow. Jesus.
What's the wow about? I mean, are you watching the Duke game or what?
Yeah, they're up 13. They're minus 180 favorite right now.
I mean, what do you need to do to bet North Carolina live? I don't think you're going to get a better number. I mean, I'm not looking to bet a money line live personally, but if you're looking for a live money line, I don't think you're going to get a better number on North Carolina than you are now. Especially because if you think about it like this too, think about it from an arbitrage angle. If you take North Carolina money line now and then they just run away with it, like by halftime, you could probably take Duke plus money also, and then just free roll the game on that aspect, anyways. There's a little something to think about.
Yeah. I mean, you could still, if you take Marquette and North Carolina money line, you could still get it at plus 160, the parlay. Because Marquette's down 5 right now at home to Butler.
This I don't want to call shots right away here, but I think this first half under is going to be a winner. It's like 6 minutes left, and they're at 47 points. That's a lot of points in 6 minutes to get to 80.
Yeah. What do you need, 81 to beat you?
I mean, if I bet under 80, then I would need 81 to beat me, yes.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get 34 points in 6 minutes.
I mean, I remember my first time betting a total.
Keep it up, bro.
Oh, God.
Wow, Marquette. Everybody's shitting the bed at home tonight.
Oh, hey, Teddy. I just turned back on the live chat. I see Teddy joined the chat. What's up, Teddy?
Everybody. Marquette's down at home. LSU shit the bed. Duke's down big.
Oh, I'll tell you what. That Omaha total sucks.
Teddy said he needs to come on sometime and teach you how to bet soccer. Wow. Teddy, shots fired. Teddy B goes up and in on Larson. Woo!
Oh, well. No, I'm more honestly, I'm kind of like pissed off about the Omaha game. That over not hitting just fucking.
Oh, Zion's out. He will not return.
Oh,
they just
what?
He's out.
Say no more.
Yeah, now I'm gonna drill it. Now I'm gonna drill this game. I don't even care about the plus money.
Yeah, no, I've seen you lay fucking ridiculous numbers on money lines when you think you got a winner. Oh, they took the line off the board on my bookie.
Duke is minus 3.5 right now.
Dude, my bookie took the line off the board.
5.5. 1.5.
I don't got the line. I'm fucked like a whore.
Yeah, Adam's right. They were paying $3,000 courtside tickets for this game, people.
That's a lot.
Adam's 100%
guys,
right.
Okay, so South Dakota's up 63-38 with 6 minutes left. So you're welcome. I'll take the heat for the Omaha over, but you're welcome. If you took South Dakota pregame in that same tweet I took Omaha, you're welcome. And if you took South Dakota on the +1 second half that I told you was system play for me, and you should take it, you're welcome to. So
if Duke wins this game without him, that's impressive.
And
all right, I feel like I'm out of my phone.
I apologize for that Omaha over. So
all right, we get it, bro. You shit the bed. We get it. It's okay.
The South Dakota game's a fucking runaway winner, though.
All right.
I'm just saying. So I'm 1-1 on those. I'm 1-1 on those.
It's all right. All right. I'm going to send you a fruit basket for that loss that you just took. You're mourning it like a fucking death in the family.
This from the guy who about broke his TV 30 minutes ago because LSU lost?
Yeah, because I bet real money. Okay, just let me be upset. I'm over it now. I got new life. I could feel the juices flow into my balls as we speak. I'm back.
Well, as you say that, have you ever tried this? Arrogant Bastard Ale. Come on. You're coming off like an arrogant bastard, so here you go, Jason.
Why am I coming off like an arrogant bastard?
Because you are an arrogant bastard, and I got Arrogant Bastard Ale ready for the intake.
I'm not gonna lie. You might have to send me a can of that.
Okay, you know what's hilarious?
That I won't open and I'll just put on my desk.
You know what's hilarious is they sell this at the Omaha Storm Chaser games for like $9 a pint, right? You get a pint of this. It's $9 fucking a pint.
Is it really?
Yeah. At your local Walmart, it's $2.50 for this fucking pint can.
Wow.
$2.50 a pint at your local Walmart, and it's fucking $9 a pint at the fucking baseball game. What is the markup on beer at sporting events, man?
Somebody on the sideline just told Duke that Williamson's not coming back because now they're playing like a man possessed.
That's not really what I wanted to hear. Come on, baby. Let's get some stops. I need this under. I need this first half under because I think somebody tailed me on it. So I definitely want this first half under. God, that's so stressful giving out plays, man. You give out a play and it loses, you feel like dog shit. You give out a play and it wins, it makes it feel even better because you won people money. It's like the give and take of it. You know what I mean? Like when you win people money, you feel like a god. It's just a fantastic feeling. But when you lose people money, you feel like the worst scum of the earth.
I agree with that. And it's amplified when you're getting paid for it.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever sell picks. I don't know. I couldn't deal with that, honestly. Especially since I'm a big time baseball bettor. You know, like, because the thing is like when you bet baseball every day, like I do, like I understand, you know, like during the course of a baseball season, I could be up 50 units after the end of the baseball season, but there'll be 3, 4, maybe 5 different times where I'll dump 15 units in a week easy over the course of the long run. And you know, like those people who are probably telling you every day might go broke on that 1 week run because not everybody understands bankroll management.
But the flip side is, how would you feel if you made somebody 66 units in a season? You'd feel like Jesus Christ.
I would feel good, but you know, my point is, you know, over the course of a baseball season, you can be up 66 units.
Oh, I know. I remember you had weeks where you would pick up 20 units, and then you had weeks where you would drop 18 units.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're going to have multiple weeks like that, no matter how good you are over the course of that season, because it's just so long and there's so much volume. Like at the end of the run, like it doesn't matter if you have 100-unit year in baseball, you're going to have 3, 4 different times where you're going to have a week where you drop a lot of units, and not everybody understands that. So if I was selling baseball plays and I ran into that week where I have that run, that's just going to be really hard hard on me because I'm going to have people be like, oh my God, you're costing me so much money. And I'm like, I just went 4 weeks in a row up, and they're just going to be mad about that 1 week because they probably just put it all in on that week where I started losing. And it's just like, ugh. So I just rather not even deal with that bullshit. So this Duke North Carolina game oh man, Duke's it's 32-24. I might have spoke too soon. We are, man, why did they pick up that pace? 3.5 minutes. If this was the end of a game, I'd be more worried. Because
at what point do you consider the flip side of this game and take Duke like -1.5 at even money instead of 10.5?
I don't know. In the corner of my eye, I'm kind of looking at the Creighton DePaul game. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you.
They aren't going away, and you could see it. Even down Williamson, they're so much more explosive than UNC.
Yeah. Oh man. This is the first time I've had this ale in like 3 years, and I forgot how strong it was. By the end of this pint, dude, I'm going to be fucking drunk. Like, people are going to need to tail me with caution by the time I'm done drinking this pint. People are going to be like, uh-oh, we got drunk, Anthony.
I don't see anything right now that I want to pull a trigger on yet. The only thing I would consider is you can get Marquette at even money down 6.
You mean Marquette at a pick'em?
Yeah. They're -120 on the money line. Down 6 in the first half.
That's tempting.
It is, isn't it?
That's real tempting. Creighton's up 6 now. Come on, Blue Jays. Let's fucking go. What do we have? Oh yeah. So obviously I cried like a woman over that Omaha total, but South Dakota covered easily. They covered easily full game. So if you tail both my plays from my tweet earlier, then you went 1-1. And if you took my recommendation, if you didn't take South Dakota in the pregame, if you took my recommendation on them on the second half, that was a runaway winner too. South Dakota's going to win this game by, it looks like about 30-ish. So, all right, I could quit crying now about that Omaha total because I basically broke even on that tweet. If I can get this first half under home in the Duke game, then I'll be real happy, and then we can start hammering some shit.
I'm gonna take a shot.
What are you taking a shot on? Because I was about to bet the North Carolina money line, but they took it off the board. So I'm going to look it up again and see if they got it back. Because that fucking pissed me off. Like, why would you take that money line off the board? Why would you not want me to win money? Like, I really get mad when my bookie takes stuff off the board.
I don't think
about to bet it, it's not there.
I don't think Marquette loses this game.
Oh, the Marquette game?
Not the way they've been playing. Not the way they've been playing at home. Right now, they're -110 on the money line, down 6, with 3 minutes to go in the first half.
That's a significant discount from the pregame total because they were a 6-point favorite, right? So that'd be like what, -200 minimum.
7. They went off, I think, as a 7-point favorite.
They went off at 7?
I think so.
Ooh, Providence St. John's is at halftime. Let me see. I think this is going to be a Providence play. No, I'm going to lay off this. I was hoping Providence was going to be a little bit more. Providence is like +3 on the second half. I'd probably take it, but they're +1.5. That's kind of a layoff. So never mind. I'm not betting that game. I thought I was going to get a good bet in there, but nope. Nope.
I think Cody's right. I think Duke probably comes back.
Well, can you get Duke on you without Zion?
They still look better than them, even without Zion.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really deny that. So I'm looking at Duke money line minus 135. Ugh. There's no value there anymore. I missed that number on North Carolina, and man, I would have been nice to get North Carolina at that good number. Let's see. What do we have here? Live betting wise, are we interested in Ohio State Northwest? Northwest. Okay, I couldn't even get that sentence out of my mouth. Are we interested in Ohio State Northwestern? Of course, we're not. I wasn't interested in that game from the get-go. What was it like last night? Ohio State was laying 7.5, and I asked Twatty, I'm like, I get Northwestern sucks, so we're obviously not going to bet Northwestern, but do we really want to – is Ohio State really a team to lay 7.5 with against a conference opponent? And we were just like, yeah, fuck that game. Hey, coming up in 10 minutes, though, what do we like on Utah, Washington? Washington is laying 8, and the total is 140.
Washington's the best team in the Pac-12. I don't know. I don't know if there's if that's too many points though. That could be 8 is a lot.
Yeah, that's probably a live bet. 142. I mean, 140 is. I mean, I don't have the team's like pace of play numbers in front of me. I don't have like Kim Palm up or anything at the moment. I'd have to like live cap that right now, but so I'm just probably going to lay off that. All right.
So I took Marquette at even money. I said that.
Hey guys, Creighton's going to go to the half up 8, so you're welcome. Well, actually, the game's not over yet, so I won't say you're welcome yet. We might get a – no, I wouldn't take Marquette on the second half. We might get a good number on Butler on the second half is what I'm going to say here. I might actually be forced to bet the second half line on Butler the way this game's coming down. And I know we like Marquette here, but I don't know. I think I might be forced. It depends on what the number is. I'll have to look at the actual halftime number, but I might actually be forced to take Butler. And that's going to hurt my feelings too if I have to bet Butler on this game. I am wearing a baseball cap. You are correct, Steven. I did bet that only because I'm a fan, but I did claim it. We are not going to claim the Creighton game on our records. So when we tweet out the record for the thing, we are not going to claim the Creighton game. I will clear that up right now. I don't think he has Marquette on the money line yet, Sarah.
Yeah, I bet it.
Oh, you took Marquette on the money line?
I said it before. I took him down 6. Even money line.
Oh, okay. Because if they go into the halftime with a big enough deficit, I'm actually going to be forced to bet Butler on the second half line.
Do what you got to do. You cashed that first half under. Good call.
All right, guys. That's the thing. That's what I like to see. All right. Yeah, I just it just felt like too many points for a first half. Is that Butler game on I wish it was more than a half unit bet, though. I only took it for a half unit.
It says 1 minute left in the first half from what I'm seeing here in the Marquette game. Marquette's down 1.
Sarah, we're both a Sports Keg. Sports Keg is our group. Jay is the CEO, I guess. You know, he's the voice of the group for the most part. But Sports Keg is our group. So, you know, he's not the Sports Keg. I mean, he's Jay, CEO of Sports Keg, I guess is how you want to.
I think you got to hop on that Marquette, man. They're already -3.5, -210.
Yeah, but I told you I have a system, and if the system says that something's a play, I'm going to take it. It doesn't really matter.
They're up 1 point as a 7-point dog for the game. Does that really fit in?
Well, hold on. Let me. I actually have to see what the second half line is. So
you gave out one play on the show, right? It was just the total in the Duke game, the first half total.
It was a total in the Duke game, but I also let everyone know that South Dakota +1 would be a play if they didn't tail my tweet from earlier. And so that was a winner too. Because I was not going to bet South Dakota +1 on the second half because I already had them pregame -6.5. But if you didn't tell me pregame, I would definitely take South Dakota +1 on the second half. So that was a winner. I got Creighton DePaul. So Creighton's up 11, and they're +2.5 on the second half line. The game was a pick'em to start. This would actually be borderline system play here for me. I already bet Creighton as a pick'em before the game, so I mean I'm going to lay off of it. But Creighton would be a system play for me if anybody's interested. Let me look at this Marquette game though. I think I am probably going to have to bet Butler here. Actually, I might not. If Marquette closed the gap enough, the line might be to the point where it would just be a layoff for me, and I might just take Marquette. Flipper bet Providence +2 second half. Good job, Flipper. Fuck St. John's. I like that. Flipper's a man of the people. Man of the people, Jay. Do you see that? Flipper 13 is always welcome in this chat. This is the Fade St. John's chat, Flipper.
That's not nice.
What's not nice? Fading St. John's? Fuck St. John's. How about that? St. John's can eat a bag of dicks. How about that? You know what's funny is like I never hated St. John's until about a month and a half ago. And then you know, St. John's and Creighton went head to head, and I had to suffer that disastrous result twice in 2 weeks. And now I want everything bad to happen to that team. So there we go. I was indifferent to St. John's too, Flipper, until I found out that my good friend and buddy, Sports Keg CEO here, was a diehard St. John's fan, and I'm a diehard Creighton fan, and we went head to head, and this cocksucker had to fucking rub it in 2 times in 2 weeks that my team got teabagged by them. So now I just root for St. John's to lose in every which way possible, and I'll probably do that for the rest of my life. What are you laughing for?
For the rest of my life.
For the rest of my life, I think I'll. We got UNC. UNC's +6.5 on the second half line.
So they got to win by 4.
Yeah, but they're +6.5 on the second half line. I'm gonna have to probably bet that. That's a play. I can't. The numbers tell me that's a play. So I mean, if you want to tail it, fine, but I'm going to take that for a half unit. I'm taking North Carolina plus 6.5 on the second half.
I don't know what to do with this game.
I mean, I take thinking out of it and just go with the numbers. I just go with my system and I go with what the numbers tell me. So it's at the 6.5. They're getting 6.5, and they've been leading the whole way. So I have to take that number. That's just kind of what I got to do. That's how I roll.
Think about the amount of missed shots that they had in that first half, right? And they still put up 74. You have to think they go over 159 if even a third of those shots that didn't go in the first half go in the second half, don't you?
Yeah, so the Marquette Butler game is not going to be a play for me right now. So there you go on that. Marquette closed the gap to the point where that's a play that I'm going to have to lay off on. But I did just take North Carolina plus 6.5 on the second half line. So if you guys want to tail that, you can. If you don't. I mean, but that's what I just bet. The total, the second half total is 86.
That's what I'm saying. They got 74, and the amount of shots that didn't go in that first half were incredible.
Duke's second half team total is 46.5. North Carolina minus 3.5 full game would be them plus 6.5 on the second half line. I'm talking about the second half line. I'm not talking about like a live betting line. So if they're up by 10 and I get them plus 6.5 on the second half, that's essentially them minus 3.5.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. I just have a feeling that
I'm just answering Steven's question. Yeah, I think there's a misunderstanding there. I'm not getting North Carolina 6.5 for the full game.
He's talking about the live line. The live line right now is minus 3.5.
Yeah,
which is basically the same exact thing.
Yeah, it's actually is the exact same thing because they're up by 10. So plus 6.5, it would be basically I'm taking the minus 3.5. But yeah, well, some books give you full game live lines at halftime. Like my book gives me second half lines. So my second half, I have a second half betting system that I use, and I just strictly go off the numbers. I don't really look at anything else on the game. I just go off of, what was the closing line versus what's the score at halftime, and what number are they giving me on the second half. So I'm basically erasing the first half, and I'm just essentially saying this is what I think is going to happen in the second half based off of what I saw in the first half. So that's what my second half betting system I use is, and my system tells me that I'm taking North Carolina plus 6.5 because they basically won the first half by 10. They dominated the game, and now I'm getting them plus 6.5 for the rest of the game. So I'm going to take that.
I apologize to you guys if I'm not my normal self. That fucking LSU game threw me off tonight, man.
Well, you need to like send a hooker to your house or something, get you going?
No, I'm good with that.
I'm sure I can find a phone-in prostitute in New Jersey to come give you a quick Hummer and liven your day up.
I do think we got a good we're in a good spot with Marquette. Even money line when they're already minus 210.
Yeah, I laid off Marquette on the second half, so I hope you win that.
Colorado
Red Bulls,
Washington State just tipped.
Sean, are the Red Bulls like the New York Red Bulls? Is MLS playing again? I thought the MLS was over.
I have
Didn't Atlanta win the cup? No, Sean's talking about the Red Bulls win and push. So I'm just confused by that. I thought the Red Bulls were roll. I thought MLS was over.
I think Colorado probably wins that game, even though they're on the road.
Colorado and Wazoo?
Yeah.
Well, what a stretch to – oh, CONCACAF, okay.
CONCACAF has MLS teams?
I mean, I'm assuming it's like probably their version of like Champions League and Europa League and well, you don't, but people who like soccer. Andrew, I took North Carolina plus 6.5 on the second half. The total though is I don't have a second half system for.
Yeah,
totals.
we don't have a play for the second half, but I lean over. I lean over only because there were a massive amount of shots that did not go in the first half, and they still got to 74.
Oh, North and South America Tournament of Champions.
Not a play, though.
I bet that's good. CONCACAF North and South America Tournament of Champions. I bet that'd be fun to watch. Thank you, Andrew. We appreciate that.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for checking us out, man. We appreciate you.
Sean, you took the over because you have the under 165. Ooh, you're going for a middle. Well, let's hope you get that middle then.
Sean came through with those middles, man, the other night.
Oh God, I love hitting a middle, man. Hitting middles is like the better than anything. Hitting middles is so amazing. Maybe one day we could teach our buddy Justin how to hit a middle.
He refuses to bet against himself in the same game.
I know. I actually understand his logic on it. His logic is actually very sound.
I agree.
Jay sells his picks, Sarah. Jay sells his picks. He has a football package during the NFL season. He has a college basketball package.
Yes, ma'am.
He's the only one in the Sports Keg who does sell picks. There's five of us in it. Chris has come on these casts before. There's other two members of the Sports Keg who have not been on this YouTube channel, but they're pretty integral to our handicapping process. They're in the DMs, but they lead busy lives and they normally don't have time to come on these casts at night. So, they're Sean or they're Justin and Eric. They are also members of the Sports Keg, but they don't sell picks either. But Jay is the one who does sell the picks. So anytime you see something for the Sports Keg where he's selling his package, that's Jay. So there you go. Creighton over 78.5 on the second half. That might be a good bet. Because Creighton's actually shooting pretty well in this game. Creighton's had a lot of unders lately because they forgot how to put the ball in the basket. But if they start hitting some shots. But when they start hitting some shots, they can put up some amazing fucking totals.
Our goal, Steve, is to set up a website that is similar to Bleacher Report, but focused on sports betting. That's our goal in the end. Right now, we're just trying to get our name out there, which, I mean, you know, I've had a couple national radio spots representing the Sports Keg already. We're doing well with that. We're definitely getting noticed. I'm writing on Odds Market. Anthony will be at some point in the baseball season on the Fantasy Sports Network once I talk to Joe. So we're just trying to get our name out there right now. But it costs a lot of money to get a site out there like Bleacher Report that's focused on sports betting. But that's one of our goals in the end. And maybe somebody, a really big platform, pick up this show. Like Barstool or a place like that. That would be pretty cool. But I'm the only one that sells plays. Everybody else puts their stuff out there for free.
Creighton going to win this game?
I honestly have not been paying attention to that game at all.
Because you're a communist. They're up 11.
I would say yes. If they're up 11, that means that they're nailing threes. That's the only way they get up 11. So if they're hot,
true.
That's good.
They're pretty one-dimensional this year. I mean, they always shoot.
And
they've always been a shooting team, but
I think that's
defense is boring.
Yeah, but they in the years past, like where they made runs in the tournament, they were sound.
Boom, baby! Oh, alley oop, slamma jamma! Come on, Crumple! Woo! Blue Jays, Blue Jays. See you, huh, huh. See you, huh, huh. Uh-oh, Flipper's got to play for us. Stanford second half +4. Let me check that out.
I have no real opinion on the Utah State game. It seems like they're always laying a big number like that. I think they're good, but I'd rather not lay a big number. The Nevada game is interesting. This is the toughest team they've played since probably December. So they've been murking teams. Everybody they play, they beat pretty much by double digits. They haven't had a real game in the Mountain West for a while. I lean under. I think that game probably goes under.
Mm-hmm.
I lean under in that Nevada game. And gun to my head, I guess I would take the points, but no real opinion enough to bet that game. I think the Aztecs probably play well too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, we tipped off in the Duke game. Second half. I really want to make a play on this game. I just don't know what I want to bet.
You're so, like, wishy-washy. I've already bet the game twice, and you're all like, gee, I don't know, George. What do I do? Ooh. It's so hard to figure out what to bet. Oh, my God.
Really?
What? What'd I do? I'm inputting the plays I made earlier into the app so that way I can keep track of my units. Get it? Units? Oh, I'm hilarious. Man, I can't wait for baseball season. I'm like so excited for this. I'm even wearing my baseball hat.
This legal site sucks, man. I can't even live bet the Stanford game. They don't even have it.
Get a bookie then, dude. Like,
I just gotta I just got to throw money back in the offshore.
You know what's funny is I just got a notification that Halftime Magic tweeted out North Carolina plus 6.5.
Yeah, they have a similar system to you in the second half.
Yeah, I just think it's funny that because if you heard that buzz, you've heard that ring, that was the notification of their tweet. I just think it's funny that they were on the exact same thing I was. I'm like, oh, cool. I must be onto something. If I'm betting the same thing as Halftime Magic, I must have a good system then, because they're pretty solid for the most part. Andrew, I didn't take it. I'm not taking them +4 when they're down.
I can't bet
that's
that.
not how I do it.
I can't live bet that Stanford game, so I have no opinion on it. Hey, I don't even know what's going on in the game, to be honest.
Hey, Flipper has halftime systems too. I'm kind of interested in what those are, because my halftime system is I essentially just kind of I go with how the second half going the same way or close to the same way as the first half. So when you have like an underdog that's got like a 10-point lead at halftime, and you get them at a nice plus number, I take that, and the vice versa.
You know why, Adam?
So I'm kind of interested if Flipper has a similar system or if he has a different one. I love hearing like other betting systems and betting theories and stuff like that.
Halftime Magic sells their plays, Adam. The reason why you see them late is because they always send out what their play was after halftime starts.
You know what? You're onto something there, Jay, because I literally now that I think, because I follow them and I have them on alerts, and I don't think I ever get a play of theirs before second half tip.
Because they're basically just showing you like what they have, and if they're successful, people can join. But I know that's what they do for a fact. They send out the play, but if you can live bet the game, you could kind of figure out exactly the total or the number that they have to hit, and you can pretty much bet their plays for free. But you would just have to live bet the game as soon as the second half goes off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ooh, Sean's got some soccer plays in the chat. I want to read some of them off. So he has Eintracht over 2.5. That'd be Eintracht Frankfurt in Bundesliga. He says put Napoli in an ACA filler. So Napoli's one of the top teams in Syria, so they're probably a big favorite. Salzburg over 2.5. Salzburg, that would be Red Bull Salzburg. They're in the Austrian Bundesliga. Leverkusen -1. Could you get a -0.75 on that? I don't bet -1s, but I'll bet -0.75s. I just hate, like, if I bet a team to win, if they win, I want to win something. So I hate betting a team to win on a -1 line and then they win by 1 and I push. So I usually go for like -0.75. So is Leverkusen could you get them at 0.75 without a lot of juice? Or is that like a variation of, or would they be like -1.25 with less juice? That's kind of what I want to know. Benfica over. Benfica is in the Portuguese league, I believe. Chelsea -1.5. I haven't seen who Chelsea's playing. Arsenal over. Well, you can never go wrong with Arsenal overs. They have shit defense and they score a lot of goals. And lean Arsenal -2. So this is where I differ from other soccer handicappers, but I mean, I can't blame anybody for wanting to take Chelsea or Arsenal -1.5 or -2 goals, especially if they're playing shit teams. They'll probably win by 2 or 3 goals. Oh, Europa League games. Oh, those are all Europa League games. Okay. Well, fuck. That's why Chelsea plays Malmo. Oh yeah. I mean, I can't blame you for taking Chelsea -1.5 against Malmo. I mean, I'm not even sure what league Malmo plays in. I just know they're not anywhere close to Chelsea's level. And Arsenal plays bait. That explains that. I know I've seen some bait matches in Europa League because I've watched a few Europa League games, and bait's not good. I mean, Bates not even bad for like Premier League. Bates bad. Period. Arsenal's down 1-0 debate on an aggregate.
Carolina came out and just blasted them. They're up 22. Wow.
North Carolina is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. I haven't even watched the game. I've been watching the Creighton game out of the corner of my eye and reading our chat. I didn't even realize the North Carolina game was back on.
Man, did we miss that plus 350 money line? Jesus Christ.
Did we miss the plus 6.5 second half line? I don't know. Maybe that's a. Come on, Jason. Get on my second half plays, buddy. You know you want to come into these second half plays that I'm on, buddy. Woo! Look at White hitting that three. I'm behind on that. Man, I told you, though, that White guy, you can't bet against a dude with pink shoes and hair like that. That's a guy with confidence, and that's a guy who's going to ball like a motherfucker. North Carolina's winning this game big, dude. Come on, Tar Heels.
Yeah, they are.
I'm going to get me a white jersey. That dude. That's his name, right? Number 2 on North Carolina with that fantastic hair and the pink shoes.
Kobe White.
He's my favorite basketball player.
That's good. At least you're giving out winners. That's good.
Well, I try. I try to rebound after a loser. So I start off with a loser, and then I come back with all winners. So that's how I roll, Jason. That's
the only thing I gave out was Marquette. I'm off my game tonight. I'm not my normal self.
Well, do I need to send you some of my go-go juice? Get you feeling good?
If this was yesterday, I would have pulled the trigger on that North Carolina up plus 350. Fucking idiot I am.
Do you need me to insult you some so that way you can get scrappy and start betting? Do you need to watch some Bernie Sanders campaign ads? That'll probably help you out. That'll probably get you excited.
No. Yeah, Cody. Long term, we're up 38 units on that show. Half.
Corey smashed UNC minus 2.5. All right, Corey, let's get this going, dude. I'm feeling good.
Yeah,
which
that's
team is going to lose by more, St. John's or Duke? Well, I sure hope they both lose by substantial amounts. But we all know that St. John's is probably going to lose by more. Isn't that right, Jason?
Probably tonight. It looks that way.
Well, I mean, Jay, I know you're kind of bummed from earlier, but can you at least take solace and happiness in the fact that Creighton is up double digits and St. John's is getting dick stomped? Doesn't that make you happy?
I'm thrilled.
It makes me happy. It makes me thrilled and happy. Like, you should be happy for my happiness.
So happy right now.
Your friend's happiness should make you happy, Jay.
It does.
Okay. I'm not convinced. You still sound pissed. I'm trying to liven you up here, buddy. Do you need me to fly to Jersey and give you a belly rub? I'll fly to Jersey and give you like a nice belly rub, and you'll purr like a kitten, and you'll be like, thanks, Anthony. I'll put out some winners now.
No, I'm all right.
Okay.
I'm all right. We made a lot of money the last 3 weeks. Just annoying. Just annoying to miss an opportunity because I was in a funk.
Well, I mean, it happens.
Yes.
Maybe next. Are you still on Marquette money line?
Well, I can't take the bet back, so yes.
Well, okay.
They're
Well, I
down
guess
5 with 16 minutes to go.
Well, that ain't a ton. I think Marquette can come back and win this, baby.
They should.
Oh, I'm watching
Howard must be having an off night. He goes for like 45 at home.
Well, I told you, haven't I told you for like the last week? I think Marquette is a regression candidate because of how their team's built. They're a pure jump shooting team.
Yeah.
So if Howard has one bad night, or if everybody besides Howard has like an off night shooting, they can lose the game by 20 easily.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I know this from experience as a diehard Creighton fan. Like, Creighton's always been huge jump shooting teams that shoot a lot of threes, and you'll see Creighton, in the past. I mean, not this Creighton team, because this Creighton team isn't as good as some of their past teams, but you see some of those really good teams from the Creighton in the past where they just fucking win by 25, 30 points, and you're like, holy shit. And then, they have like one off night and they lose by 20 and they look like dog shit. And then you're like, well, where did that come from? It's like, well, they're a shooting team and they basically went cold one night and they wind up losing by 20. So I think that's kind of like how Marquette's built this year. They're definitely a really good team. They're definitely going to make a big run in the Big East tournament. They could even win it, and they could definitely probably, make a run in the actual tournament. But they're not going to get past like the Elite Eight or Sweet 16 or anything like that, because eventually they're going to have an off shooting night, and they're not going to be able to come back and figure out how to play from that. To me, they're just like every Creighton team from the mid 2000s to early 2010s.
Yeah.
So,
Duke up 16. Now, what do you need? You need them to basically win. Carolina has to win the game by 4.
Essentially, yeah. They were up by 10 at halftime, and I took them plus 6.5 on the second half line. So, yeah, they have to win by 4. And someone in our chat took them minus 2.5. So, basically, let's just go Carolina.
Yeah, Teddy took UNC money line minus 150, which seems like the smartest play of the entire game, other than you hitting that first half under. That was a great call.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just that's too many fucking points for first half. We watch enough basketball to know that first halves are way lower scoring than second halves, for reasons I don't know. It just is what it is. And 80 points on the first half just seemed too much to me.
It was closer than I would have thought it would have been with Williamson on the sideline for the entire first half. That surprised me.
Yeah, it still got to 76, so that's still high scoring first half.
Without Williamson.
Yeah, so I might have actually it was a winner, so like everyone was like, hey, great call, Anthony. But if Williamson hadn't gotten injured, that total play might have gone on. That total play might have went up in flames. I mean, you never know.
Well, fuck them, and we cashed it, so that's all that matters.
Well, there you go. Exactly. Fuck it. We cashed it. That's all that matters. I like how that. I like that. It's going to be our new motto. Flipper was giving his dog his injections.
UNC was up 23, and now if Duke makes this shot, they're down 13.
Why don't you shut your whore mouth?
You don't want to hear that. They haven't for fucking coming back though, man. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized I'm wearing this hat, and I have it on backwards so people can't see what I'm repping. So here we go. This is what it's a minor league baseball hat.
That looks worn.
Warm or worn?
Worn with an N.
Oh, I've worn it a lot. I wore it like 50 times a year when I go to the games with my nephew.
Marquette ties it up at 37.
Hey, let's go Marquette.
They are a better team, and they play so much better than they normally do when they're home. I just can't see Butler staying in this game.
No, if Marquette gets hot here for a minute, then they're gonna fucking blow Butler out.
Yeah, you're right. Howard could hit like 4 threes in a minute and 20 seconds.
Dude, I know all about Howard. He scored 53 against Creighton.
Yeah, he's amazing. What hasn't tipped? New Mexico, Utah State. That's a big number Utah State's laying against New Mexico. And then Washington -8 and Nevada -8. There's still a couple really solid games that haven't tipped at 11.
I don't want anything to do with that Washington game. I mean, Washington should dick stop them, but 8's a lot to lay. I don't want to lay 8 points.
It is a lot to lay. I wonder what happens. I would back Nevada if San Diego State comes out and punches them in the mouth. I would take a shot with Nevada if they were like the same situation that happened with the Marquette game.
This is my dinner. That's why. I mean, I get home and I got to cook dinner real quick before we do this cast, because I have work until like 5:30. And Jay wants to come on at like 7 my time, so I got to like cook dinner. So basically, I got to eat dinner while I'm doing this. So that's why I'm not heavy. It's just my normal dinner,
Yes, sir.
DePaul's coming back. That hurts my feelings. DePaul could win this because Trey's not that good.
You can get North Carolina and Marquette moneyline parlay at -180 right now. That's not bad, man.
I don't know. I wouldn't do it. Parlay both of those and still have to lay $1.80.
Well, I mean, one team's up 15, the other one's up a point at home against an inferior team. I get it.
I don't know. I don't like laying that kind of juice on a parlay.
Yeah, it's not successful long term. That's for sure.
I mean, especially when one side's only up by 1 point.
Yeah.
It's not like they're both up 10 and you're just asking both teams to hold a 10-point lead.
This is why St. John's isn't going to make the tournament, because of the ridiculous games like this. 70-45. You fucking kidding me, man?
Well, that's because St. John's is dog shit, and we all know how they're not worth a fuck.
That's why we were wondering why did St. John's open up a 1-point favorite and Providence closed a 1.5 point favorite. That's why. That's why, right there.
We left money on the table, not fading your fucking.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. When we saw that line move, we should have been all over Providence.
Flipper's doing pretty well in his plays.
What's a death call?
Mushing the play, like saying, hey, my plays are doing pretty good, and then it does bad.
I got you.
Flipper did give Providence to us. I should have bet it.
Well, that's a good call, Mr. Flipper.
Well, what we need is
fuck me in the bottom mouth.
I like guys giving out plays in our chat because the more people who are giving out plays and all that stuff, we all just work together and we can Make some motherfucking money. All right, Creighton's starting to piss me off because they let stupid ass DePaul get back in this game. But they hit a 3, so that was pretty cool of them.
Duke down 14.
Marquette's up. Let's go, Marquette.
My plan in the Nevada game is to do the same thing that I did with the Marquette game. If San Diego State comes out and gives them a game, grab Nevada at a really good number. I lean under though, man. Doesn't 146.5 seem a little high? San Diego State plays good defense. You can't see like a 70-75 game.
Pull up their KenPom. It's probably like KenPom really doesn't give you that much of an advantage because I think most of the books just kind of go off on KenPom by now. So I think everybody uses that, but it still kind of gives you a good guide. 146. If they're both check their defensive efficiencies, and if they're both like really high, then 146 is probably too many points. It's like when you see those teams in those bullshit conferences. It was like the other day when, I can't remember who it was. I gave out some under when the total was like 167. It was like some bullshit conference game. I can't even remember the teams, but I know the total is like 167, and I gave out that under because I thought that was way too many points. But the total was based off of the team's pace of play. Like their tempo was really high. Both teams had a high tempo, and both teams had a terrible offensive. Both teams had terrible defense and a high tempo. So the total was high, but when you look at their offensive efficiency, it was awful. So like they played a high tempo, but they didn't score that many points per possession. So I took the under, and it wound up clearing by like 14 points on that 167. So you might see that same kind of advantage here. Is kind of what I'm trying to circle around to. Is if both teams play really good defense and you get a 146, you might have an advantage there. I'm not going to pull it up right now, but somebody wants to pull up their defensive efficiency rankings on KenPom. Check it out real quick.
San Diego State doesn't have great transitional defense, but in the half court, they are stout defensively.
Yeah. Andrew says they both play good defense. So
yeah, and Nevada just has the athletes to play good defense.
So is it an under your liking, or is it something you just go, oh, that's probably an under, or is it something where it's like, well, I like that enough to put a half unit on it, or maybe
it's right on the borderline right now. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted at the moment because I'm watching the Creighton game on my tablet out of the corner of my eye, and I desperately want my Blue Jays to win this game. The worst part about me watching Creighton games is like half the time I forget that I bet them also. So it's like I'm rooting for them so hard to win just as a fan, and then I remember, oh yeah, that's right, I bet the game too. Because I totally forget that I'll do that sometimes. Because I probably bet like 75% of the Creighton games just as a fan. I'll just bet Creighton games 75% of the time. But yeah, I don't recommend, like, if you're trying to bet to win money, don't blindly bet your favorite team. Like, I blindly bet my favorite team just because I'm a fan and I love doing this as a hobby. And I do try to make money, but Creighton's the one aspect where I just I let my fandom overtake me, and I just pretty much bet them every other game or so.
Yeah.
Come baseball season, though, I almost never bet Cubs games, which is kind of crazy. Like, I'm a diehard Cubs fan, and I just stay away from Cubs games for the first time, or for the most part. Like, I bet maybe like 6 to
Sean
10
just said 52 points in the first 10 minutes of this Duke second half. I told you over one or over 86
Ooh,
was a great call.
But did you bet it?
No.
Sean's going for this middle. Isn't he? He had the under 166 pregame, didn't he? And then he took the over on the second half.
Yeah. I know he's going for some kind of middle.
Sean's a man out of my own heart, man. I would love to I love Sean to keep coming on these chats while we do these, and I'm going to try and look for some like middle opportunities just to have some fun. I hit several middles. I usually do middles with like NBA betting. NBA is really kind of where I live bet totals more. I don't live bet a lot of totals in college basketball. With college, I usually do like sides, but most of my betting in NBA, provided I'm not just blindly betting the Warriors because I think they're awesome, is I'll do a lot of live betting totals specifically to try and middle in the NBA. So that might be kind of fun. So Sean's a man of my own heart here, so we might have some fun here in this chat when NBA picks back up again. Marquette's taking about a 8-point lead, though. So come on, Jason.
Yeah, they are.
If Marquette pulls this out, you'll probably quit your bitching, and then you'll live bet Nevada or something.
Well, that would be the only play I gave out in the chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch two games at the same time here. I'm watching like this North Carolina game, and I'm watching this Creighton game. I'm like back and forth, back and forth. All right, come on, Tart. No, wait, that was the Devils. Never mind. Fuck. How did I get them colors mixed up? And
oh, Christ.
Man, why is Duke so good, You ever just look at Mike Krzyzewski and think, man, there goes a basketball god?
Yes, often.
Because I'm not like I'm indifferent on Duke. Like, I don't root against them. I know a lot of people who root against them because they're good. But I kind of admire Duke because, he's done this at a school that has, this thing called academic standards. Like, anybody can, like, just pull in a bunch of mongoloids and put together a team, like they do at Alabama, putting together a football team. It's like, oh, you have a 0.5 GPA? No problem. Anybody can get into Alabama. But you got to be fucking smart to get into Duke. And this dude is just rolls out, a top 3 team every year. And it's incredible. What he's done for like 30 years with this.
I don't bet basketball teasers at all, Andrew.
Basketball? Oh, no, never bet a basketball teaser.
Football, that's it.
Football teasers, I do those, but it's a very specific criteria that I never stray away from. And Jay will attest to that. We had a lot of conversations on football teasers, and he gives some stuff out, and I'm like, that's not really my criteria for teasers, but you do what you want, Jay. And his teasers normally won, but I'm very disciplined on what I'll bet for a teaser in football. It has to be a very specific number that I'm getting. But basketball, it's absolutely don't do it. It's not a long-term winning proposition to ever bet a basketball teaser.
Or buy points, ever.
Oh, and yeah, who the hell buys points in basketball? That's
a lot of people, bro. Look at gambling Twitter. A shitload of people.
Dude, because you go from just buying 2.5 points, like going from like minus 4 to minus 1.5, takes you from minus 110 to minus 150. That's absurd. You're going to take an extra 30 cents of juice to get 2 points in a basketball game? That's one possession.
I agree.
the concept of buying points to me is over my head. I mean, it's not over my head. It's I don't get it. I don't understand why anyone would do that. It just seems completely absurd to me to buy points in basketball because the juice you wind up paying for essentially to get one basket possession, like literally you'll go from losing -110 to losing -150 basically because they fouled a guy with 4 seconds left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like so it's just not worth it. It's such a terrible long-term gambling strategy to buy points in basketball. Because there's no key numbers to get through in basketball other than like in the NBA, they kind of say like 7's a bit of a key number because, you know, they'll stop fouling after 7 and, you know, because that's when you get to like 3 possessions. But in college basketball, when they foul down 10 with 30 seconds left, I mean, fucking forget it. There's no such thing as a key number in college basketball. So, I mean, the whole point of buying numbers in football is to get on or off a key number. And even then, it's a very iffy proposition to do that, to make the juice worth it. Man. I don't think this is a good game, but it sure is entertaining because I bet it. This Duke North Carolina game. I think North Carolina is just going to fucking teabag the shit out of them, just run away with it. Woo! Look at that. Alley-oop for North Carolina. They're just killing it. They are just killing it. Let's go, Tar Heels. Let's just go. You're right, Sean. Carolina's owning this paint. They're just fucking taking it to Duke right now.
Colorado's up 3 against Washington State. Marquette's up 10.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with the chat a bit.
North Carolina up 17. Fucking A. God damn it.
Why are you saying God damn it? I would
because I didn't bet it. That's why.
I gave it out. You should have told me, motherfucker. Like how many times have my second half plays won on this chat before you go, oh gee, Anthony's second half system might be onto something here. Just fucking tell me, dude. I tell your plays.
Yeah, I know.
Carolina is owning this paint. Oh, it looks like my dog's making a little cameo in the background.
It sucks that not knowing if Zion Williamson was going to come back in the first half stopped me from taking that plus 350. Pre-game, I said it too. That's what bothers me. And they're up 17.
I can see how that could bother you because you always get mad when you feel like you left money on the table. I've known you long enough to know that.
Yeah, definitely.
You always get pissed off when you feel like you left money on the table. I think you get mad about bets you claimed you liked that you didn't bet that turned out to be winners more than you get mad over betting losers.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. So you don't like anything that's coming up at 11 o'clock, right?
I mean, I haven't looked at anything in depth enough to decide whether I liked it or not. I mean, those West Coast games.
3 games. It looks like there are a couple Mountain West games and Pac-12 game.
Nevada, who's playing Nevada, right? And then Pac-12.
San Diego State.
Yeah. Specials? We call those DGen specials, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, Cal State, Northridge, and Long Beach State are at halftime.
Marquette is doing what we thought.
Mm-hmm. Let me check this. I think I might actually have a play on this game.
What game?
Cal State, Northridge, and Long Beach State on the second half. I'll let you know when I look. I'll pull up the line here. But I think yeah, it'll be a half unit. It'll be a half unit, but I'm going to take Cal State Northridge +5 on the second half line.
Keep track of all the plays that we made. I know you lost one play. I know you had the first half under Duke cashed. Hopefully we cash this Marquette game. That would be 2-1. Didn't you have another one that won?
Like, do you want plays that I gave out on the cast, or do you want to include
it? You gave out on the cast.
I mean, I can't remember all of them. I'm actually just went onto the app to like input them. North Carolina twice. I took the North Carolina game under first half. I took the North Carolina +6.5 on the second half.
Okay, so that would be 2. That's probably gonna end up being 2-0. Go ahead. Didn't you lose one game?
Well, I lost the Omaha over, but that was from my tweet. That wasn't from this cast. But
okay.
That was a loss.
What about the South Dakota game?
The South Dakota game from my tweet won, but I also told people to take the second half +0.5 or +1 point if they didn't tail my tweet, and that was a winner.
So that's 3.
I don't know if you want to count that or not.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you gave it out, it counts.
Okay.
Marquette would be, if we can get it, would be 4. I thought there was one loser though that you gave out. For the game.
I don't know. I think that's all I bet. So I'm looking at my bets.
I gotta start writing these down. So that would be 4 then. The 2 on the North Carolina game, the Marquette game, if we get that home, that would be 3. You gave out the South, even though you tweeted out the South Dakota game, you gave it out before it started on the cast. That would be 4.
Well, I gave out the second half to people. If they didn't tail my first half, I told them to bet the second half.
All right. Well, then that would be 4. That would count as the 4th. Well, that's a good day. Even though I lost money.
Well, I mean, if you tailed me a little more, you'd probably win money.
I do tail you often. I was in a funk tonight, though.
I mean,
I think I'm really tempted to make that Nevada under 146.5 a play.
Oh man, dude, you're gonna have to buy this. Do you have it available for you in Jersey? Arrogant Bastard Ale?
No. Oh, maybe.
Are you because it's not a local Omaha brewery. It is out of Richmond, Virginia.
Probably. It's so rare that I walk into a liquor store though.
Oh, it's an aggressive beer, dude. You're probably going to be a pussy and not be able to like it.
Yeah, I'm not a drinker at all.
You came up with us being called the Sports Keg, but you're not a drinker.
Yeah, right.
Well, thank God I'd make up for that because I am.
It's a great name, though.
It is, but I'm probably a borderline alcoholic, so you know.
Marquette up 13.
Dude, I get drunk on half of these casts we do. You just now figure that out?
Oh, no, I know.
We call ourselves the Sports Keg. I think every time Eric goes into our group chat on the weekends, he might be a little bit knocked over.
Edge has been buzzed on this show many times.
He's drinking straight vodka out of that cup. When you guys did the Super Bowl cast and I joined you like during halftime when I was at my sister's house, oh, you could tell Edge was lit the fuck up.
At least Larson puts the keg in Sports Keg.
We couldn't talk. We could have talked to him for 2 days because he was in bed, hungover after that. It's like Ed. It was like all Monday he was like out of the chest. Like Ed, what happened to you? Like,
I don't know where Chris should have been in this cast. I don't know where he is. I told him.
Oh, the Nebraska Omaha over was a loser. I think that's what he was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was my loser, is what he's saying. Yeah.
But that was
yeah.
Did that start already? Or that started already when you got on here?
Yeah, no, I don't know how you want to deal with the records, but it's like I tweeted out.
What you tweet out has nothing to do with the shows that we give out on this show. Like when you walked in, when you joined us, the score was 16-7 in that game. So there's no way that was given out on the cast. Like I count my plays for the package totally separate from what we do here, you know?
I guess I don't really fucking care, to be honest with you. Is North Carolina going to win or what?
Yeah, they're up 17. That's done. Marquette's up 13. That's a winner with a minute to go. That was just easy money.
Marquette?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're claiming easy money, but you're like crying about it for a while because they're down by 5. So, there you go.
It was as soon as the second half started.
Why the hell did I bet that Cal State Northridge game? Now we got to stay up for like another hour and a half to wait for Cal State Northridge to fucking finish up their game.
Now, what did you bet on that?
Cal State Northridge second half +5.
All right, you're gonna have to tweet me, DM me, and let me know if that's a winner. I don't even have that offered here in my live betting section.
Oh, it wasn't offered in my live betting. It was a halftime bet. Halftime betting and live betting are like separate at my book.
Yeah, that's how my offshore was, but that's not how this FanDuel sportsbook is.
Oh. FanDuel. I don't know what my bookie's website is. I don't know if it's considered offshore.
Marquette wins by 17. Why didn't I make that my play today for the packages?
Because you're an idiot. Was that mean? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
No, I agree.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So can you tell me the story behind the Kansas City beanie that you wear like all the time when you're not even a fan of the team? Like, why don't you wear a Jets beanie or something? Like, aren't you a Jets fan?
I don't know. I am a Jets fan, yeah. I have a New York Titans fitted hat hanging on the wall behind me.
New York Titans?
Yeah, they were the Jets before the Jets.
I know that, but that's like they're like the Titans for like what, 1 year? Let me see that hat. Show off that hat. That's fucking straight baller as hell. You got a New York Titans hat? That's some straight up nostalgia right there.
Fitted.
I don't even know what their logo looks like.
That's it right there.
New York Titans.
Yeah.
You ever wear that? That's a sweet hat.
Yeah, I mean, I wore the shit out of it. I'll hang it up when we get off. And then I got a Red Sox fitted hat.
Vodka and water. Chris, you know who else drank vodka and water is like my old boss.
Edge, why didn't you come on tonight?
He just said he got back from the store.
Oh, we got a headset for the chat. Oh, nice. So he'll be ready. He'll be raring to go. No more interference. No more echo.
Creighton just put it away. They're up by 10 with a minute to go. Come on, Blue Jays.
Looks like a 4-0 night so far, Edge.
You can't count the Blue Jays play, though, because I straight said that doesn't count.
We're not. There were 2 bets on the North Carolina game, the Marquette game, and the South Dakota second half. Winner, 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 chicken dinner.
Oh, yeah. Florida played the game of the year. Yeah. Yeah.
Way to pick up the slack tonight, Larson.
Well, I'm tired of carrying your ass, but, I guess it's got to happen.
Okay.
Oh, man. Yeah, Corey, that is a dope-ass hat.
Thank you, and thank you.
Like, isn't that funny? Like, we're on our keg and we're showing off hats from a 1961 football team and a minor league baseball team, and we got the rare hats up in here.
I wear my my beanie, the Kansas City beanie, because I always have my window open, even if it's like 28 degrees outside. So my window's wide open and I get a little cold. So that's why I always have my winter hat on. Plus, I wore the shit out of my fitted hats. I have to get a couple new ones. Like once they get to like where that Titans hat is, I won't wear it anymore. I'll just hang it on the wall. I got a bunch of hats, but I have to buy a couple new fitteds to wear on the show.
Okay. Look who wanted to make an appearance. See, my other dogs made plenty of cameos, so this one wanted to make some.
Oh, that's the rat.
Don't you fucking call him a rat.
I like the
other. He is my best friend in the world. I love him more than anything.
Well, that's hurtful.
What? I love my dog more than anything?
Where's the other dog? The other dog at least looks like a dog.
The other dog's down. What do you mean he doesn't? He looks like a dog.
That looks like matted cotton with a nose.
You're a fucking cunt. Fuck you. He's my baby boy. He's my baby boy. Yes, he is. He's my sweet little angel.
He's my Bobby, don't you know? Remember Bobby's World? That was like the best cartoon.
Yes, I do. You know what else he loves? He loves French fries. Yes, he does. Yeah, he loves French fries. Oh, there you go. There's a.
I don't want to fuck up our undefeated night, but I'm going to take a shot with Nevada under 146.5.
Do it.
I'm making that a play. If we end up going 4-1 instead of 5-0,
yeah,
so be it.
So I don't get why you think he looks like a rat when I actually think the other one looks like a rat and the other one annoys the hell out of me. When this one's my favorite forever.
Chris wants to jump on and test the audio out. I'll send you the invite now. Chris, let me tell you how happy this night will make me, even though I lost that LSU money line, if you no longer have equipment issues.
Marquette Fane isn't over? I thought the Marquette game was over.
There was like, what's the score? There was like 1 minute. It's off my oh, there's a minute left. They're up 11. I took them on the money line. If they lose an 11-point lead in a minute, just kill myself. It's that kind of day.
I mean, normally I don't endorse suicide, but it might be pertinent to that situation. You know, it's not a sure winner yet. My North Carolina bet, because they're only up 13 with 2.5 minutes left, and they can still not cover because I basically need them to win by 4. So let me click on this game to make sure I'm watching it. For that second half plus 6.5 points play I put out? Because I know someone said they were tailing that play too, so that's like super important to me that this wins. I love giving out winners though. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel excited that other people are winning money too. You know. You know what? So while we've been on this program, I've had like 3 beers, Leinenkugel, vanilla porters, and I've had this arrogant bastard. So you know what time it is for me at the moment. So I'm going to go do that.
Who's an arrogant bastard? Oh, arrogant bastard. He means the beer. I'm taking a shot, guys, with the under in the San Diego State game. I took a shot. Under 146.5. I don't want to fuck up our perfect night, but I like it. Man, that LSU game threw me off today. We should have been sitting fat and happy right now with a plus 350 North Carolina money line. Oh, Edge, are you there?
Yeah, how's the audio sound?
Oh my God, bro, you sound amazing right now. That makes me so happy. No feedback. You sound crystal clear. Perfect.
And I got fucking ripped off on this thing too. It's $20.
That's not that bad for earbuds.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you got? The little microphone button?
No, this is just regular.
So where's the microphone?
It's right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you sound awesome, bro. I'm so happy. You sound perfect. Did you I had LSU money line. It threw me off all night, man. I was so close to pulling the trigger on North Carolina plus 350. I didn't. But I gave out Marquette. It won. Anthony gave out the North Carolina first half under. It won. North Carolina second half. It won. South Dakota second half. It won. So right now we're 4-0. And I gave out the San Diego State under 146.5.
Yeah. I just took a +8 and the under 147. You got 147 in that game, so not too bad.
Oh, that's a better number than I did. Good.
I did take that +8 second half, North Carolina. Got back in home in time for that.
Oh, that's
and
good. Did you
grab
couple
losses? Yeah, I bet that too. I got -2. I think I bet that. Yeah. Let me check. Hold on a second.
I got it even money. They were like plus 100 on the money line.
I'm checking my graded wagers.
Is that Chris?
No, I told him Providence. Excuse me. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I told him Providence. So
Chris sounds amazing, doesn't he?
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, this is the first time I've had like 100% perfect.
Yeah.
From Chris. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
And I'm sober tonight too. So.
Well, I mean, I honestly don't care.
As we should be, right?
Sometimes I think it enhances the show when you guys are buzzed.
Yeah, I can't be doing it all the time though.
Hey,
but yeah, Stephen Ross. Yeah, I took the +8 and under 147.
Huh? Oh, look who wanted to come on the show. He got jealous of his brother being on the show, so he wanted to come on too. Isn't that right, little nugget? Oh.
All right, and while I still have you on here, I want you to real quick tell me what the lines were. It was UNC first half was under 80, right?
Yes.
UNC first half under 80. What was the juice on that? 110?
Yeah.
All right. Then you had UNC. What were they? Plus what?
Plus 6.5 on the second half line at minus. I think it was minus 110.
All right, and then we had Marquette.
Yeah, Marquette money line.
Yeah, at even we got them. Plus 100. That was live though. And
South
then
Dakota second half plus 1 at minus 110.
South Dakota second half plus 1. And then you just I'm gonna say 2 pending. And then
Cal State Northridge second half plus 5, which I haven't even checked on that game since I bet it, so I'm gonna have to look that up to see if that's
how much time
you got? Northridge plus 5 second half. Is that what you got?
Yeah, I took Cal State Northridge plus 5 second half. That was one of my second half system plays.
South Dakota was plus 1, you said?
South Dakota was plus 1 on the second half line.
All right, yeah.
And that's what I told. Yeah, because I told people that since I wasn't going to bet it because I already had them minus 6.5 on the full game. But if they didn't tail my tweet out of them minus 6.5, they need to take the plus 1 on the second half. Because that's a system play for me, and if I didn't already bet them pregame, I would be betting them on that second half line. So I told people to go ahead and bet that second half line.
Yeah, so that's it.
We have a final. Did you guys see Zion Williamson's injury? It's not really too much of an injury. The doctor's reporting that he has a sprain, but that shoe by Nike, still made in China apparently. His shoe split in half. Did you guys see the replay on that?
Yeah, I saw it. I was watching the game.
You know what I saw? I saw North Carolina Duke go under 80 in the first half, and I saw North Carolina easily cover a plus 6.5 on the second half. So I saw myself.
I got that. I got plus 6 at plus 103 second half on that North Carolina Tar Heel. Yep.
Who went 2-0 on the game? This guy did. Holla, holla, holla at your boy. All right. Give me the praise. Give me the praise. I feed off the praise.
So
guys, look at this dog. Look at my dog right here, man. This is the fucking dog of the world right here. Look at this guy.
Oh, let's see your dog. I love dogs. I want to see your dog, Chris.
I have no idea if it's showing the dog or not.
I don't see your dog, but I mean, maybe in a minute.
He's a 65. There he is. Yeah, 65-pound Siberian Husky.
Oh, that's a great looking dog.
So with those,
anything better in this world than a dog to be your friend? Tell you what.
Oh, no doubt.
we are plus 42.
So is that dog a cannabis connoisseur also? Because he's laid out like he is.
Oh no, I give him CBD. I don't give him THC. I don't do that. Yeah.
I'm joking, Chris.
Yeah. The younger one I have though, I'll give him a little bit of THC because he's so fucking hyper. But,
well, that's because you got to run him around, man.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna do when we're done.
Let me let these dogs out of this room because they're going to get in an argument. See, that's why I didn't like both of them in the room earlier, Jay, because when they get together, they start getting pissed off and they fight over attention. That other dog was in this room the entire cast, and you didn't know until the end because he's being a good boy. And now that the other one's in here, they're fucking fighting. So I'm going to get them out of here.
You can't hear him. You just see him in the background playing.
Get out. Get out.
So, Jay, did you take the under 140? Oh, you got under 146.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. I was on the fence about it, but I said, fuck it.
It opened up like 144.5, 145, so went up by 2 points. So,
this is getting on my last nerve. I'm trying to figure out where I can watch this Cal State Northridge game. I don't think it's on TV. Is it even on ESPN Plus?
Do you ever check your phone? Sometimes you could watch on your phone.
Oh, I might. Here, let me, because it's like I feel obligated to try and watch it because I did bet it.
Don't delete. Don't retweet this one. I screwed up. I gotta copy it and delete it and then send it out.
Hey, if Sean is still in our chat, I haven't seen him post anything in the chat lately. But if he's still in the chat, I'd like him to tweet out those soccer plays he had earlier. Oh, he still is. He said Marquette up 8. I'd like him to tweet out his soccer plays, and I'll go ahead and retweet those so I can also tail them. Because he posted some Europa plays earlier. So if he wants to tweet those out, I'll go ahead and give those a retweet and tail some of those too. Because Champions League just wrapped up today, and now you got Europa League coming in right after it. And I'm kind of mad. I didn't take the under on the Juventus game, but it was juiced so fucking bad. Like, how the hell was I going to lay 200 on a -2.5? I mean, I guess I could have taken the -2.25, but even then, it's like, well, 2 goals pushes half your fucking bet. So what's the point of betting them under 2.25? I know a lot of people got pissed off on Man City because they were laying a goal and a half, and Schalke got like 2 penalty kicks. So that kind of fucking sucks if you were betting Man City to just butt fuck Schalke there, and Schalke gets 2 goals off of 2 penalties. That was probably some home cooking there. That game was in Schalke, so I just saw like the score line. I didn't like watch the highlights, but I bet you anything there's probably some discrepancies going on, giving up 2 penalties there. Do you just tweet one that I can retweet, Jason?
Yeah.
Good. Boston Bruins at the Knights, tied up 1 apiece. I know you guys are not big on hockey, either am I, but
that Nevada total is already down to 139.5. Live.
Yeah.
Which one do I retweet? I don't see which one I should retweet.
The first one that's on my page. That's
well,
not.
There's one that you sent out 2213 and one you sent out 2215. Should I send out the second one?
Yeah, the second.
I'll retweet the second one.
The one that says 4-0.
Thanks, Sean. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks, Sean.
Later, bro.
Keep talking that soccer, man. I got to get these guys. One of these days, these guys will get on some of that soccer with us.
All right, so we have 2 plays pending. We got the under 146.5 in the Nevada game, and Anthony's Cal State Northridge.
Yes, Cal State Northridge +5 on the second half.
All right. Well, no matter what, no matter what, we picked up if they both go down in flames, we picked up just under 2 units on the night. If they go down, if they don't, it's a 6-unit 6-0 night, and we're up 44 units.
How did people?
You got +5 in Cal State Northridge second half.
Yeah, I took Cal State Northridge +5 on the second half line.
Up by 1. Yep. So up by 1 the second half line.
Now, Ant, what's your schedule as far as when's the next time you could do the show?
It'll be probably I want to say Sunday and Monday, maybe Saturday night. I have to go look. Honestly, like, dude, my schedule's so fucked up sometimes. Like, I don't even know what I work until, because I print it off and I post it on my refrigerator, and I just kind of look and see. But I think I know I close. I think I close the next 3 nights.
Well, we're gonna take off. We went 3 days. We went 3 days straight, so we're gonna take off tomorrow. If you're not around on Friday, then
I won't be. I do know I work like noon to 10 on Friday. So,
Chris, are you around on Friday?
More than likely, yeah, probably.
So we could do the show.
Not 100% yet.
Well, just let me know if you're not around on Friday. Then I'll send a message out to Twatty. Maybe he'll come on and do it Friday with me, and then we'll try to get on Saturday and Sunday. Definitely Sunday with Ant, and then Saturday Edge. If you can't do Friday, or if you can do both days, just let me know. But we'll definitely take tomorrow off.
Sunday's definitely a go for me. Sunday and Monday, actually, because I have both those off.
Well, I mean, this week Monday, I think we went 4-0. We have a shot to go 6-0 tonight. Yesterday we picked up a unit too, so I mean we crushed this week so far. So, but Edge, just let me know. We'll take off tomorrow. Let me know if you're good to go on Friday and Saturday. If you're not, then I'll find somebody to do the show with.
Hey, we're up to 51 subscribers now.
What?
We're up to 51 subscribers. That's pretty cool.
All right,
I've seen a lot of new faces in the chat last several days.
Yeah, definitely. We had 2 people, I think, that were new tonight. We had 3 people that were new yesterday. How many subscribers are we up to?
I just said it looks like we're up to 51.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, a week ago we were at 10. So growing the chat, man, getting the name out there.
Awesome. All right. Well, we earned a day
that exposure, so that's good.
We definitely earned a day off. I'm gonna say 99% there'll be no fight cast on Saturday afternoon because I don't like the card much at all. Tomorrow I got to spend all day writing the odds market article, and then but not this Saturday. Next Saturday, UFC 235. We're gonna be in hardcore for that on Saturday. Can't wait for that. So all right, that's it.
And it wasn't an official play, but Creighton did win.
Just saying. You basically told everybody don't bet it, so I'm not gonna count it.
That's why it's not an official play for Creighton won.
You guys looking at the overnight lines before we go? You guys look at the overnight lines in college basketball yet, or no?
You know, I didn't look at any lines actually. I'm probably going to spend the next 2 hours going over tomorrow's card to figure out a play. We were 9-4, but now the accounts are 9-5. So, but I'll spend the next couple hours tearing those games apart, see what I like. Why? Do you see anything you like?
Looking ahead. Yeah, looking at it right now. I might take the Bruins in game right now, hockey, and plus money with the Bruins. They're going up against the Vegas Golden Knights right now, so tied up 1 apiece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, take a little bit of that.
Why is Michigan?
At least the audio sounds good though.
Yeah, you sound perfect. You sound amazing. Why is Michigan only giving 4.5 points to Minnesota tomorrow?
Is Minnesota at home?
Yeah, but still.
That's look at that a little further, but
that Cincinnati Central Florida game should be a good game.
I got Michigan 4.5, so it's trending to laying 5. So if you get a 4, you're half point ahead.
I'll look at the card when we get off, Jay, and I'll start DMing you probably in about a half hour or so if I see anything I'm interested in.
Yeah, Chris, do the same thing.
I'll see you later.
All right, guys, we're out. We'll see you.
All right, Ant. I'll see you, bro. Bye.